I need to change the mic to the MacBook Pro. There we go. Brother Richardson already ready. We got 5 minutes. Brother Richardson. We're gonna go today. Yeah, we're gonna do some, a few things in the Quran. Take them through. We're gonna do the easy, something. Yeah, we're gonna do something out of this. The unity of life. Ooh, my book is. Ooh. Get it popping. I left that benzene on the car. Islamism. Welcome to our Sunday school for us children. Welcome again. Welcome back. We're going to give it a few minutes, let everybody come on in the morning, and then we will begin our Sunday school. I'm going to go over a few verses in our Quran today, and our Quran questions from Moore's children. Wake us up a little bit. Got the charger popping on my camera, and I figured out my camera actually has a mic on it. That's why it was so much noise when I would move the camera. Hopefully it's not as much noise today. Let me make sure that it didn't switch. Yes, stay. Okay, a few people are coming in. Okay. Then we'll pray in, do our singing bowl.
Do you have it
I'm gonna
already?
do some water. It's right there, but the mallet, I don't know where it's.
I don't see one.
Okay, 2 more people are coming in, and then we'll begin. Okay. And I believe that's everybody. So what I want to do is start with our morning kids song and new. So we're gonna do Gracie's Corner again, and no, we're not gonna do that. JL, would you like to watch your Gracie's Corner?
Oh, yes.
Oh yes. All right, come on over.
Come on.
I'm gonna do it.
Gracie, come here really quick. Say Islam to everyone, okay?
Say Islam.
Here you go.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we watch our Gracie Corner. Share our screen here. Boom. Which one we gonna do today?
Which one, Jam? Numbers or your
Okay, this was the birthday? Okay.
Gracie's Corner.
Birthday.
Hi, friends. Today's a special day because it's your birthday. Clap your
Hey, you
hands,
all
it's
see
your
that?
birthday. Clap your hands, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing it.
Because it's your birthday. Clap your hands, it's your birthday. Clap your hands, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Clap your hands, it's your birthday. Clap your hands, it's your birthday. Say woo woo, it's your birthday. Say woo woo, it's your birthday. Jump up and down, it's your birthday. Jump up and down, it's your birthday. Dance all around, it's your birthday. Dance all around, it's your birthday. Now wiggle, 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 it's your birthday. 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 It's your birthday, it's your birthday, hey. 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 It's your day and here's a chance. Jump on in to do the birthday dance. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Clap your hands, it's your birthday. Clap your hands, it's your birthday. Say woo woo, it's your birthday. Say woo woo, it's your birthday. Jump up and down, it's your birthday. Jump up and down, it's your birthday. Dance all around, it's your birthday. Dance all around, it's your birthday. Now wiggle, 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 it's your birthday. 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 It's your birthday, it's your birthday, hey. 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 It's your day and here's a chance. Jump on in to do the birthday dance. Clap your hands, it's your birthday. Clap your hands, it's your birthday. Say woo woo, it's your birthday. Say woo woo, it's your birthday. Jump up and down, it's your birthday. Jump up and down, it's your birthday.
Ready? All right. So that was Gracie's Corner again. Oh, there's more people coming in. That's Gracie's Corner. It was your birthday song. I wanted you to notice the rhythm, the hipness of our people. We're very in tune with rhythm. We're brilliant at having a great rhythm to keep the kids motivated and encouraged. If you notice, she was paying attention the whole time, so we wanted to display how our people, our Moorish brothers who are making this children's music on YouTube, specifically Gracie's Corner. He's great with the rhythmic choices, right? He has it's very hip, it's very cool, but it draws in the kids. And then the subject matter was happy birthday. We always encourage our children to celebrate their birth every day. Every day is a special day. Allah has brought you here to be alive, and we want you to be happy that you're here. So celebrate. So it's a very celebratory song, and it's very encouraging. So Islam for that. This is where we like to display the videos that we play for our children. It's very important. It's very musical, and it's positive, and it's from our people. So with that being said, I'd like to go ahead and pray in. We don't have our mallet today for our singing bowl, so we're gonna go ahead and pray.
Yeah, because I don't know what a mallet is.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna put 2 fingers up on our right hand, 5 fingers up on our left hand, and please repeat after me if you can the Moorish American prayer. Allah,
Allah,
the Father of the universe,
the Father of the universe,
the Father of love,
the Father of love,
truth,
truth,
peace,
peace,
freedom,
freedom,
and justice.
and justice.
Allah is my protector,
Allah is my protector,
my guide,
my guide,
and my salvation
and my salvation
by night
by night
and by day.
and by day.
Through his holy prophet,
Through his holy prophet,
True Ali.
Drew Ali.
Amen.
Amen.
Islam. Okay, welcome to our Sunday school again. We've been going over the subject of what is a Moorish American and what does it mean to be a Moorish American. Brother Adams L. This is my wife.
Sister Aleida Lopez Bay.
And we are back again to bring to you the truth, to inspire you, to wake you up a little bit. What do we want to start in?
Did you answer the question?
Oh, there's a question real quick.
Someone had their hand raised.
Does someone have their hand raised? Is there a question? I think it was Akuba.
Brother Jerome.
Yeah, that was an accident, brother. I don't know how it happened.
Oh, okay. Not a problem.
Thank you. All right.
So let's go into our Quran questions for Moorish Americans again. Just to reiterate what we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, maybe. It's hot.
It's so hot today in Los Angeles. We've been going
95. We've been in the 90s all week, you
a
guys.
heat wave. I don't
We
know.
were at the beach yesterday. It's so hot.
I don't know how it is in the rest of the country, but it's crazy in Los Angeles right now. It's hot.
Okay. I want to show y'all something real quick. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh my God, it's raining.
Is that
No, it's snowing.
It's snowing. You see this?
Yeah. So y'all talking about hot weather. It's cold here.
but it's supposed to be cold, right? We're in November.
Man,
We can't even put our jackets and our fall clothes out. We have to have our summer clothes out. We were at the beach yesterday.
At the beach.
But I know we can't complain. I mean,
but it's just what's going on. It's kind of like I would appreciate a little snow. You get
some rain at least.
You get to see the changes in the seasons. That's beautiful, I think. You get to see our lives' beauty.
It's messing with our gardening, actually. The garden right now, we're supposed to have like a colder weather, and when we plant certain seeds, they won't yield if the weather is not according to what we're planting. So it's just different things that we're just like, come on, but we just we're dealing with it. It's Los Angeles, so we're used to it.
Okay, so we're going to go into our Quran questions for Moorish children. We're in LA, so we got to deal with whatever comes. you know, it is what it is. Allah has blessed this whole country, if you notice. All of
Yes.
America, whether it's raining or snowing, we kind of relatively cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into it. One, who made you? Can you let me see? Let me pin my screen so that I can see it as well. So I
There
can
we
see
go.
what you see. Well, and the sound should be better today. Again, I didn't know that the camera actually has a mic on it. So every time I moved it, it would make all these strange noises. Okay, here we go. So who made you? It says Allah. Allah made you. Okay. Number two, who is Allah? Allah is the father of the universe. Allah is the father of the universe. So the father of the universe is who made you. Wow. The father of Neptune, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, all them. Yeah, that's kind of who made you. Feel that. That's the power behind you. That's the power that's within you. Can we see him? No. We cannot see Allah together, but I beg to ask you this question. Can you see him?
I can.
I would say yes.
And you.
Right.
And the plants and the universe.
No, we cannot see him collectively as a group. We see the prophets. No, but you have the ability to see Allah.
Or his works.
Yeah. Is Allah not his works? That sun that's shining? Wow. This oxygen that we breathe? Wow. Is that not Allah? Them babies. Is that not Allah? The perfection of Allah may manifest. Look at you. Are you not? Allah may manifest. I can see Allah. No, we can't. But I can see him, unfortunately. I have that ability to see Allah. Do you? Number four. Where is the nearest place we can meet him? The answer is in the heart. In the heart is where the nearest place you can meet him. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to talk to the pastor. You don't have to talk to the grand sheikh, the assistant grand sheikh. You can go talk to Allah yourself. You are a Moorish American. This is what we do. We've removed the middleman and placed Allah's hands within our hands. We are the priests. Huh? We're Moorish Americans. We know that Allah is in the heart of all living things. Number five, who is Noble Drew Ali? He is Allah's prophet. Okay, he's Allah's prophet. All right. What is a prophet? Verse 6, key 6. What is a prophet? A prophet is a thought of Allah manifested in flesh. Okay. 7, what is the duty of a prophet? To save nations from the wrath of Allah. Okay, so to save nations from the wrath. 8, who is the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America? The answer is Noble Drew Ali. So this is like our historical book. It gives us the history. It breaks everything down. The prophet made this, and he's given us divine wisdom through these few questions. What year was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded? 1913 AD. Okay. Where was it founded? Newark, NJ. Okay. And I wonder if that stands for New Jersey. I believe so. NJ, Newark, NJ. So the city of Newark in the state of New Jersey. 11, where was Noble Drew Ali born? Not birth, but born. He was born in the state of North Carolina. Mind you, it's saying in the state of, this is exactly where you go and change your name. Your name will be changed in the state that you reside in. Kind of like what Noble Drew Ali did, right? 1886, right? What is his nationality? Moorish American. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see that. What is your nationality? Moorish American. Why are we Moorish Americans? This is one of the most powerful questions. Why are we Moorish Americans, guys? The answer is because we are. We are. Are means actively today, right now. We are in the present. Because we are descendants of Moroccans and born in America. Number one, we are descendants of Moroccans. Why? Through our bloodline, through our nationality. By being Moorish, that means we are descendants. We are the descendants of Moroccans. Okay? Moorish means we are descendants of Moroccans. Okay? Mind you, Moroccans, the ancient name for Moroccan is Moabite. This is key. Key 31 says, what is the modern name for the Moabites? Moroccans. The modern name for the Moabites. Moroccans. So when we see we are descendants of Moroccans, that means we are descendants of Moabites, the Moabites, and born in America, which is the American part. We are Moorish Americans, descendants of the ancient Moroccans, or the ancient Moroccan Empire, or the ancient Moabites, and born in America. This is what we need to know. When you have that fez on, you are a descendant of the Moabites and born in America. For what purpose was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded? For the uplifting of fallen humanity. How did the prophet begin to uplift the Moorish Americans? The answer is by teaching them to be themselves. How did he teach them to be themselves? Oh my goodness. So with that being said, I want to go into our Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And we're going to go to charity. This is chapter 22. Okay, we're going to go to chapter 22 in our Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. This is our Quran. Okay. Chapter 22. I'm sorry, 32. XXX, that's 30. 10, 10, 10, 30, and 2 eyes, 2. 32, which is page 45. Okay. Okay. And we noticed that we left off with the prophet began to uplift the Moorish Americans by teaching them to be themselves. So who are we? So we know that we are the descendants of the Moabites and born in America, which makes us Moorish Americans. But also we have a certain character about us. We're charitable beings, right? What do we mean about that? See, when we go through this process and we become identified as Moorish Americans, we also carry with us certain laws and rules and regulations, not on the physical plane, but on the etheric plane, right? We have these laws that we have to abide by. So with that being said, we are charitable beings, charity. Holy instructions from the prophet, charity, okay? 1, happy is the man who hath sown in his breasts the seeds of benevolence. What does benevolence mean? It says, happy is the man who hath sown in his breasts the seeds of benevolence. The desire to do good for others. That's what benevolence means. Benevolence means that this man that we're talking about has planted the desire to do good for others into his breast, into his chest, into his soul, into his being. Therefore, he is happy. Okay? Happy is the man. These are laws. If you want to be happy, you got to have some benevolence in there, which is the desire to do good for others. A desire, a want. You know how you want some water? Thirsty. Or you want to eat, I'm hungry. This is the desire. I want to do good for somebody. Like I'm itching to do some good. I gotta find somebody to do something good for. This is this desire to do good. This makes you happy. That's a happy person. If you're not happy, you should know why by this moment. We're Moorish Americans, we know. So, I'm not happy. I need to do good for some people because the law says, happy is the man who have sown in his breast the seeds of benevolence. Benevolence means the desire to do good for others. The produce thereof shall be charity and love. So when you know that you have sown within your body, within your essence, benevolence, right? What becomes of the produce? Like, an apple tree because it delivers apples. An orange tree gives you oranges. Well, a happy person, a benevolent person because they yield charity and love. These are the fruits that come off a benevolent person's tree. Okay. Oh, that's a benevolent person. How you know? Don't you see how charitable and loving they are?
That's long.
You didn't see? That's benevolence. All they do is yield charity and love. But charity is not what we think, you guys. Let's go. 2. From the fountain of his heart shall rise rivers of goodness, and the streams shall overflow for the benefit of mankind. Just from this happy person, he just does good all the time for no reason, just too much good, and mankind benefits. He said mankind benefits. I'm talking billionaires, trillionaires. This is a billionaire right here. Why? Because he feeds mankind. Them conglomerates, the reason why they're billionaires or trillionaires, these are happy people. Why? Because they serve mankind. You notice the people who serve mankind the most are the most wealthy, the most expensive, the most well-off. If you're looking at your finances, you're saying, what's going on? You got to say, well, how many of mankind are you helping? How much of mankind benefits off of your efforts? Trump got buildings all over the planet. So he got the big billies. People mad at him, but they don't understand that he helps mankind, though. Shall overflow for the benefit of mankind.
Yeah, don't start. Sorry. She out here trying to play the drums.
Okay. For the benefit of mankind. This is a billionaire. He's a billionaire because them billions is going to feed Allah's children. It's okay. I'm sorry, my book, y'all. Y'all see it. I be writing notes. Okay.
Take it in the mail room, Mom. Thank you.
That's a happy man when he benefits mankind, like the billionaires. They're not billionaires for a reason. Allah gave them billies. Why? Because they secretly feed their children. 3, he assisteth the poor in their trouble. He rejoiceth in furthering the prosperity of all men. All right, let's go. He assisteth the poor in their trouble, though. That doesn't mean, I'll give them $1 when I see them begging. No, I'm going to assist you in your trouble. What do you need? Do you need food? I'll give you some food. I'll give you some game on the prophet. How about I hit them with a special thought of peace and love? Is that not helping them in their trouble?
Huh? You eat all your food? Good job.
He assisted the poor. That's not, I just give them money. I just give them, you assist them. You give them some food, huh? Assist them. Give them some knowledge on how they can save themselves. You could give them some information on how Allah dwells within them. I'm going to assist you, poor man. And they might not be poor in finance. They might be poor in understanding. You think you're Black. So I'm going to assist you, poor man, by giving you some understanding of who Noble Drew Ali was. Let me wake you up. Let me assist the poor in their trouble. You're troubled. You're still getting pulled over and harassed by the police.
Okay, come on.
Did you not know you are indigenous Did you not know you are a first-class citizen when you become a Moorish American? Assist the poor in their trouble. A poor person, it could be a second-class citizen. It could be a forgotten man. Who are the poor? See, before we can assist the poor, we got to know who the poor are. What is a poor man? They're lacking in something necessary. Oh, I'm sorry. Poor. The poor can be anybody. Assists the poor in their trouble. He rejoiceth in the furthering of the prosperity of all men. The happiest man is happy when everybody's winning. When the prosperity of all men is beneficial, that's when this person is happy. That's when they rejoices. Not when I get the Holy Ghost in the church. No. You rejoice. You get the praise. Breaking it down. You get to breaking it down when everybody's eating. When all men are winning. That's when you rejoice. I said, you don't rejoice when you hit the church. When the pastor say a word, do. You know how they get the dancing with the spirit?
Uh-huh.
No, that's the wrong time to have the spirit. You didn't help nobody. You didn't help nobody. He says, we rejoice in the furthering the prosperity of all men. That's when we get to break up. Do. We got the process. We can wake everybody up. Do. That's when I got the shouting. We can be properly identified. Praise Allah. Ding. Let me. Hallelujah.
Run around the whole church. Fall out.
Y'all not black.
Thank you.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get back to it. I'm sorry. But that's for real. That's the rejoicing we talking about.
It's wow.
We rejoicing at the wrong time, but we Moorish Americans, we knowing the truth. We waking up here. All right, here goes some more game on this happy man. This is what we're talking about. This is charity.
Yeah.
Okay. This is true charity. We want to help everybody.
Wow.
We don't want to just help ourselves. And when you're charitous to your people, look at the blessings you get. 4, he censoreth not his neighbor. He believeth not the tales of envy and malevolence. So to have charity means I heard your dirt, I heard your drama, but I'm not going to believe it. How about that?
Really quick, a brother came in and said he was late. Islam brother, we on chapter 32.
Yes.
In
it
the
is
book.
The Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and the chapter is charity.
Yeah, and it's page 40 if you have this book, and page 35.
They didn't see you. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I think they did.
Yeah.
If you have this style of book, it's page 40. And then if you have the one from the temple, it's page.
We're on page 46 right now.
46.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Really quick.
All right. So verse 4. This charitous man, this person who is charitous, this person, this woman who is filled with charity. What does she do? She don't tell her neighbors to be quiet. She doesn't express disapproval. Censoreth means a strong expression of disapproval. We can't do that to our neighbors, y'all. We gotta have charity for them. Yes, your neighbor is a little crazy, a little off, a little irritating, but we're not even gonna give you the look of disgust. We're gonna look the other way.
We're gonna smile.
We're gonna smile at you. I'm gonna have charity for you in your foolish ways. He believeth not the tales of envy and malevolence. Oh, you know how people tell you, whoop-de-wop did this and wop-da-da-wop and she gonna call again. That's my mom. She's calling.
Call me next.
And she don't play. If you don't answer her phone, she's gonna call 3-4 times. Then she gonna call my wife. Where's my son? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But when we have charity, we don't believe the tales of envy and malevolence. We don't. Oh, she used to whoop and beat up everybody. I don't believe it. I'm gonna have charity. That ain't true. That ain't the truth. I don't know. I didn't see it, man. No, it's not by being told. Told you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to answer. Where's
I'll call. I'll call.
all right. All right. We don't believe the tales of envy and malice. Even if it's true, I don't believe it. I have charity. My brother's better than that. My sister's better than that. My neighbor's better than that. That couldn't be true. Huh? While everybody else believes that she had this and she had that and he had this and he had that. The Moorish American does it. You're a child of Allah. The Moorish American chooses to see the benefit of the person. We see the best in all human beings. We don't accept the tales of envy. Envy means hate. Y'all some haters. Y'all jealous. Malice meaning, hurting people, fighting, pain. We don't believe that. Even if this was the biggest goon back in the day, not today. You're a Moorish American. You know the truth. I have charity upon you. I understand. And I understand Allah dwells within you. Why? Who am I? I'm not no better than you. This is charity for a Moorish American. Neither repeateth he their slanders. Somebody told me something about, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to spread the rumor to the next person. I have charity. Let me go ahead and bury this rumor because I'm going to have charity for my neighbor or from my cousin or from my homegirl or from my brother. Oh, he did what? Let me go ahead and bury that like Big Mama to hold the family together. Let me not continue to slanders because it's only bringing them down. Now the family don't want to hang with each other, right? But if you take them whispers that you hear everybody want to tell you their drama and just put it away, act like it never happened, nobody would know. This is charity. We don't repeat them slanders. We shh. All right, Gia, what? He did what? Oh, it don't even matter. He's Moorish American. That's my brother. We're gonna wipe that away.
It's okay.
Charity. 5. He forgive it. Whoop. Watch this, y'all. This is charity. This is some real, what do they call it? Gangster, right?
Some game.
This is game. This is game right here. You want to have charity as a Moorish American? He forgiveth the injuries of men. He wipeth them from his remembrance. Revenge and malice have no place in his heart. He stepped on my shoe. I want that. I want the fade. Back in the day, he injured me. He hurt my. I forgive you. It's okay. You didn't know. Even if they did it on purpose, they tried to stab me in the back at work. But it's cool though. I'm not tripping. Go even further. Forget about it. You did what? You tried to stab me in the back. I don't even remember it. But they remember though. Your hater remembers. But you tried to do me. No, you didn't. What? You would never do that. I don't even remember that. All I remember is Allah dwells within you. You are a child of Allah like me. I don't remember that you tried to steal my woman, or you tried to steal my money, or you tried to rob me or hurt me or harm me in any way. I don't even remember. I'm that much of a child of Allah. My haters, whoa. I'm about to go help them. Watch this. Revenge and malice have no place in his heart. I don't even want revenge. You robbed me, you left me on the street for dead. I'm not even tripping. I don't even have revenge. I don't have revenge or anger to do you harm. I don't have that in my heart. My heart is free. My heart is light. It's not even heavy. I don't even remember the haters anymore. I'm a Moorish American. And with the game and the knowledge that the prophet gave me on how to have charity, I'm now free of problems and stress and worry and anger and fear. I don't even remember who, what. They did some drama. All I'm doing is praising Allah. I don't even remember, huh? I don't have that in my heart anymore. I'm Moorish. You didn't know? You didn't know we dispel the anger and the hate Guess what? We even help our enemies. Oh, he did me cold. Let me go send him some flowers or something. I didn't even remember. He did. You said he did what? Oh, he might need some. I might need to call him up and tell him about the prophet. You know, there's a prophet that came for your salvation. Did you know about him? You still seem a little angry. Let me go give him some charity. 6, for evil, he returneth not evil. You did some evil. Let me return a blessing to you. You tried to get me for my money. Let me go bless you with something. These are the people you go help out. The reason I know I'm going to have to help you because Allah's going to come get you for trying to come get me. So let me be ready to help you in your demise because you tried to come for me. And according to the laws, it don't work like that. Allah dwells in all of us. So you came for me, Allah's going to come for you. And now you're going to need me to help you out your situation. This is how it works. For evil, we return not evil. We don't return evil to the evil. We return no evil to the evil. He hateth not even his enemies. My enemies, I don't hate anyone. Not even the people who hate me. Oh, you hate me. Oh, you're a hater. And hater, it's not going to end up good for you. So you might as well fill yourself with love. Because for me, I don't hate even my enemies. I'm aware that Allah dwells even in my enemies. Therefore, I'm going to show you love. Too many of us as Negroes, we hate on our enemies. We return evil for evil. You slap me, I'm about to slap you back. You bit me, I gotta bite you back. And then we end up in terrible situations. You knock me in the head, I'm about to knock you back out. What? You're not gonna embarrass me in front of people. People gonna be calling me a punk if I don't slap you back. Right?
Right. Or just respect. You know, I had that problem growing up. I stay fighting. And thank God I met my husband, Lord Jesus.
Well, through me, you met the prophet and you met this understanding of how the game really works. He hated not even his enemies.
Islam.
But requited their injustice with a friendly admonition. What does requited means? I put it right here. Retaliates. Oh, but retaliates or responds. Requited means responds. He responds to their injustice with a friendly admonition. Oh, you stepped on my shoe? It'll be okay, brother. May Allah dwell with you. Oh, you tried to rob me for my money? May Allah continue to bless you in your ways. May happiness always dwell in your gates. Because you tried to steal my wallet. You tried to teach my child that they were Black. May Allah thus dwell with you. You know, hit it. May Allah return the sap to its root. Oh. I'm gonna hit you with a friendly admonition. You tried to teach my child that they were nothing, that they were Negroes. It's okay. 7, the griefs and anxieties of men excite his compassion. All you hear about this drama and this drama and this drama, you get even more compassionate. Oh, you want to help them even more. He endeavoreth to alleviate the weight of their misfortunes, and the pleasure of success rewardeth his labor. And this is what our grand governor is going through right now. He's finding pleasure in the rewards of his labor. He's been at this a long time, and now he finally has a way to help more and more people. We finally have ways to help more and more people, and that's the reward. That's the true reward for me.
Islam.
The more people we can help, the more people who are properly identified, man, that's a certain type of reward to the labor that we've put in.
Islam.
We don't want your money or your time. We just want to know that you got through. There's no greater feeling than knowing that somebody else made it. It's like the Underground Railroad.
No, for real.
Oh, you made it, brother. Praise Allah. I can be a witness. There's no greater feeling than knowing someone got their identification. That means they're properly identified as an indigenous being, an indigenous ancient being on their land. How beautiful is that?
Just the understanding.
Just the understanding. If I could take a child and get them to really understand that they're not Black, that they're not a Black person, man, that's the pleasure of that success. It rewards all of the labor we put through, all of the frustration. 8, he calmeth the fury. He healeth the quarrels of angry men, and preventeth the mischiefs of strife and animosity, y'all. This is charity. When you see fury, you gotta calm that. You're the Moorish American. You healeth the quarrels of angry men. If people are arguing and turn it up, you're supposed to be the one who healeth the quarrels. You're supposed to bind relationships. Wherever you go, Moorish American, people's relationships should get better. You are the great healer of your family. If your family's broken, you're the one who brings it together. How about that? We heal. We are healers. We heal the quarrels of angry men. We calm the fury. We calm the problems. Why he already told us we don't repeat slanders. You know what I'm saying? We wipeth them from our remembrance. 9, he promoteth in his neighborhood peace and goodwill, and his name is repeated with praise and benediction.
Wow.
If you want your name to be repeated with praise, man, that person is wonderful. We in your neighborhood with praise and benediction, okay? You have to promote peace and goodwill. That's it.
Wow.
Our name in our neighborhood, everybody knows who we are.
Everybody.
Everyone knows
People
exactly who we are.
And be like, oh yeah, they say y'all the ones with the turbans.
Y'all did.
And we live where, I don't know if y'all know this rapper, his name is Roddy Rich. We live in his area, well, in his apartments that he grew up in. Roddy Rich, Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Who else grew up here?
Who?
We don't know. Some rappers.
Exhibit. Some.
And people tell me this. Somebody called from Colorado and said, oh yeah, y'all the ones with the turbans on y'all head. And I said, they told y'all that? They said, yeah, everybody knows y'all. We said, yeah, that's crazy. So
just by wearing our religious headdress, we're promoting peace and goodwill. We're saying, hey, we're Moorish Americans, and all we about is peace. We're not about no drama, no nothing. And people really love this. They really respect you when you got your headdress on, I swear. Even the negative neighbors. Hey. See what's going on. Even the negative neighbors, right? They kind of respect you. Your name is being praised, right? Oh, those are those positive people. They always being positive. They always peaceful. They never fighting or angry. Always with their kids. They want to be mad and jealous, but at the end of the day, Allah doesn't even allow it. It's just praise and benediction. And this is the wonders of this chapter. It's the chapter of charity. Now, charity is not just giving money or giving things away. I'm not going to repeat the slanders I heard on you, sis. I'm going to put that away. Oh, you did something to me. I'm not even going to tread. Actually, I'm going to do something nice to you. We help our enemies. That's charity. Yes. Oh, how hard is that, though? Just like we thought charity was, man, I got to give you my last dollar. Oh, I hope I get a blessing from this. No, charity is really, oh man, here go that person that was talking about me yesterday and what people have told me. Oh, I'm not even going to tell them I know.
Right.
And I'm not even going to act like you a hater. I'm going to treat you, hey, how are you? May Allah continue to bless you. How can I help you?
Yes.
How hard is that, y'all? How hard is that? Yes, Brother Richardson, please.
Yeah, he has something.
Oh my God, that's charity for real. Yes, Brother Richardson, go ahead.
Islam, everybody. I give praise to Allah, who is all in all.
Ooh,
and to his prophet, and I give honors to his prophet and to every Moor who is also a thought of Allah within the sound of my voice.
yes.
Islamism. Yes, I
Islam.
just Islam. I just wanted to read a passage here from chapter 1 to point something out.
Okay.
It says here in chapter 1, but man, like every other thought of Allah, was but
Mm.
a seed that held within itself the potencies of Allah, just as the seed of any plant holds deep within itself the attribute of every part of that is special plant. So spirit
Yeah.
man and seed of Allah held with deep within himself the attributes of every part of
Dang.
Allah. And that as you keep on reading for yourself, it talks about one key word, unfold, in the next paragraph. Now, the reason why I'm pointing this out in regards to charity, charity is another word for love. For
Yes.
those who don't realize it, talk about the love that Allah is unconditional.
Right.
So,
That's
in
what it
order
is.
for that, we're talking about a level of unfolding here. Because in another chapter, we know that the prophet talks
Yeah.
about, if you suspect evil in no man, but when you see it, forget it not, for man is not his faults. We're talking about everybody unfolds at different speeds and at different levels.
Yeah.
For those who have unfolded to the level of being like, you know what, he who has been enemy can never be a friend in
Right.
regards to trust, that may be where that person is. That's how far they've unfolded into just like like a little rosebud. But when you have blossomed out and really unfolded in love, divine and unconditional, that's when you reach this part, this vibration of charity. Prophet
There
got
you
something
go.
for
That's a
everybody in
whole
here.
stuff, ain't it? It's a
Is
whole stuff.
Islam.
Islam. Thank you.
But it is something to reach for, brother. It's like, wow, I can't wait to unfold to this level because I am not there, But yes, this is what the prophet was talking about. And thank you for pointing that out, brother. I see it.
Bless you.
It's a
Islam.
level of unfolding that we must get to, right?
Islam.
But we know that it's there. We got to try to water that plant and try to get it to sprout. And eventually, again, we'll be telling our haters, I love y'all.
Islam, for real.
For real. But yeah, it's not repeating the slanders that you hear, or it's helping people in their trouble, the poor, right? We understand the poor is not just lacking in finances, but they could be lacking a mother a figure, or lacking a father figure, or lacking many things, knowledge, information, right? If you help these or assist them, not even help, but assist, that's a whole different level.
Yeah.
Assisting the poor in their troubles. It's like, wow. So not only does Temple 43, we kind of press and kind of analyze and study the spiritual levels of being a Moorish American, we've also studied the legal forms of being a Moorish American, right? So we like to highlight the way you behave and the way you act and the way you treat people, because we've really established a real legitimate temple. And we've talked about this last week. We're going to revisit that again. We're going to talk about the newspaper article, and we're going to go through the process again, because it's so serious that we act and behave and maneuver a certain way and think a certain way, because we are legally set up properly, man. We're set up so cold. And my wife brought up last week, how do we know that our temple is legitimate? How do we know it's a real legitimate temple, right? So we're going to go into that. But did you want to talk about anything before we went into
the process?
Yeah.
I
think you wanted to play something.
I mean, it was for the children. I did have some stuff for the children, but this is really important.
Okay.
So I mean, if we have time at the end, it wasn't too much. It was just I wanted to talk about the new metaverse, which is, and then yeah. So I mean, it's not as important as this, so we can wait. But I did want to say, you guys, that me and my husband dated in high school. We were, I think, maybe 10th graders. So we were like boyfriend and girlfriend in high school, right? And then I went to a different high school, so we weren't dating anymore. And when I seen my husband again, we were friends, like mutual friends, right, with all these other people, and we used to hang out and stuff. And I have a nonprofit organization, And when I knew that my husband was going to be my husband, is I needed help. Because I do like giveaways, and I do I feed the homeless, and I do all these different things for my with my nonprofit. And my husband, I asked like people like, you guys, I need help, making lunches for, what was it, the Christmas giveaway. And my husband was the only person to come over and help me. And we were up all night making sandwiches and putting lunches together. And we were just mutual friends at the time. And I knew then, like, he was trying to, court me and date me at the time. And I was kind of like pushing him away a little bit, like, no, not right now. I'm too busy. I'm just focusing on myself and my children, because I was, married for 8 years to someone else. And so I knew then, like, when he was here helping me, I have so many girlfriends, right? They came over, but they were more into like hanging out, and I'm like over here just slaving, trying to make all these sandwiches and lunches and stuff for all the children, because we fed 100 children that day and we gave 100 toys out. And I remember Brother Joe Adams L was here till like 1 o'clock in the morning helping me. And, I was like, okay, thank you so much. And he went home, and I said, what am I doing? Why am I pushing this great man away from me? Like, I should just go ahead and give him a chance, because I couldn't believe how sweet he was to just really be here. All my girlfriends had left. None of them, they weren't here. Did they make any sandwiches? No, they were just chilling and hanging. And he was here like literally like mustard, mayonnaise, and just helping me.
I like sandwiches. But for me, for real, I'm trying to help. She is genius, because without knowing it, she sets up avenues for people to get blessed. She like creates this situation where everybody's going to benefit spiritually. And I saw, it's a chance charity. to give to people. Oh my God, I need to take advantage of that. It's like, but she's great because she has the way to set this up. She knows how to connect people and start events like you're about to do.
Yeah, actually, we have another event coming up. We're going to go and feed the homeless downtown on Skid Row on the 21st. Yes, JL. And this will be my 3rd time with my nonprofit doing this. And but what I was saying was, my husband, like, he breathes, he is a Muslim, like, and that's where I knew. I was like, oh, he's serious about his religion. You know what I mean? Like, he was here for a charity. Like, yes, he was trying to date me. He had been mentioned it, and I was just kind of like pushing him away. But I knew then in my heart and my bones, I was like, what am I doing? Why am I chasing this great man away? Who else is here helping me? Like, even my girlfriends, they was just here chilling and hanging and, doing them. And nobody helped me do nothing. Like, they didn't help me wrap a gift. They helped me do nothing. But here's Brother Joe Adams, and he's helping me doing everything. And I said, oh my God. And I knew then. And I was like, well, if he asks me again, then okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell him, maybe we could try this. But I'm just so grateful for him. He changed my way of thinking. Like, he brought me to the prophet, and I'm so grateful for him, because even though I'm a very sweet person, just without, knowing, these secret lessons, he has also changed me so much. The prophet and what he did for us gave me a better understanding on Allah is the leader of my life. He's my guide, Yes. And it's for real. Like, I grew up very, in LA, and very drug infested neighborhood. And, my parents are both like, in and out of jail all the time. And so there was always this stigma about how I kind of, treated people who didn't respect me. And so now I'm just like, I love everybody. And I feel so much better that I don't have to prove myself. Like, because growing up in this society, you kind of got to prove yourself to people, because people will look at you and be like, oh, she weak, or oh, she a quote unquote Mexican, even though, I'm not. But it used to just take me over the top. Like, okay, I'm going to show you. Like, and so now my husband's like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to act like that. And I don't want to act like that in front of my husband. He is a real Muslim. Like, he breathes, eats. I don't want to embarrass him. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Like, I'm serious about, like, you know, living up to my husband's expectation and just for Allah and for my blessings, you know? And so I'm just so grateful for the change in my life and for who he is as a Muslim, because seriously, it has made our life so much better, and me and my children, because you know, like I said, I was married for 8 years to someone else. And so we're a blended family. And, you know, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for the change in my life and just for meeting him. And like, I knew, like, Allah will bring you what you need, you know, and you'll know it. You'll know it within your bones, within your heart, within your gut. You'll know it. You'll know exactly what it is. And I'm just so grateful for him. He's always there, no matter how strenuous things could be. Like he said, sometimes we go around people, it be my family, y'all, and they be saying some crazy stuff. And he is so humble. And I just be like, oh, I be ready to go. Like, we gotta go. Like, they tripping. Like,
well, my family is just as crazy. So it's just as crazy. And now we get this benefit to help everybody.
Yes.
We get to help everybody be properly identified. And we know the process is it's a lot.
It could be a lot.
What we do here is give you the basic understanding of what you're doing so that you can go step by step and get it all done. Right?
Islam.
We know a lot of people like, oh, how do we do it? And what's step one? Well, we're going to give you the understanding of exactly what you're doing when you are going from the changing of the name to the property identity. So our goal here is for you to be identified in the governments in which you live in the nations of the earth as a Moorish American, right? And then later we teach you how to act, how to behave, charity, all that, that's the prophet. But we want you to be properly identified. That's the goal. We want you all to be properly identified as a Moorish American, right?
Islam.
That's the goal. That's the process. The process of getting you identified, not with a driver's license, because a driver's license is not identification. A driver's license is a license to drive a motor vehicle. A driver's license is permission to drive a motor vehicle on their highways, even though you don't need their permission. What we're supplying you with is true identification. Identification is beyond a license. It is not a license. It is saying, this is who I am, lawfully and legally. Now, we're not only giving you that for the state that you're in, but by gaining the passport or pass card, preferably a passport, but when you gain the passport or pass card, this is the #1 identification that is recognized around the world, the passport. Every country around this earth recognizes this as identification. So why would you get a driver's license? Why would you stop at a driver's license when you're trying to travel to Puerto Rico and they want to see your passport, or you're trying to travel to Europe or China, or because you're Moorish America, you're a worldwide being. So you need to have worldwide access to the world, right? And we're also going to show you the global clearance that the FBI gave us. The FBI gave us a way to obtain what's called a global clearance. It is a clearance to enter an airplane with the pilots. Moorish Americans get on the airplane with the pilots. We don't wait in line. You know, we don't have to. We're national citizens.
We don't have to take our shoes, our belts off. We're not checked.
No.
It feels like you're royalty. It feels like you're supposed to feel.
Yes.
Right. And when we did we had a symposium, right, with the FBI. A lot of people were like, what are y'all doing?
Yes.
Like, the FBI, are y'all crazy? And we was like, nah, what it is we're letting them know we're not Black. And we understand what they did to our people. Now, they did the COINTELPRO. You know, they're always infiltrating our people. From what we know, they infiltrated the prophet. You know, all these things. But we went and knocked on their door and we said, hey, since y'all the top, you know, security of, you know, this nation, we wanted to let you know who we are. We here, we real, we woke up. And what do you have for us? Basically, that's how we came at them. It wasn't like because people like, do y'all work for them? Are y'all informants? And we're like, no, we're not informants. We don't. What are we going to inform on? Like, what are y'all talking about?
Put them to work or partner with them.
Right. We wanted to partner with them or see what they have for our community, because we're letting them know, look, we're not Black and we understand what y'all done to our people. But what do you have for us? Right.
We're citizens now. Like all the Iranian communities that y'all work with, or the
Jewish community or the Buddhist community.
Right.
We're the Moorish American
community.
Right. And so that's why we went and knocked on their door. Right. And so they came out and they gave us a whole symposium. My nonprofit donated the food. And so I cooked for all of us there. It was a really nice event. We have pictures. We're going to put a video together soon. Once we do this next event, I'm going to put a video together for my website.
And I'm going to show you the letter we sent to the FBI that they accepted.
Right. That's another thing. They wanted to know who we were, how we operate and things like that. And so my husband and the Grand Gov wrote up this extensive letter on who we were, our background and things like that. And we sent it to them. And so then after that, that's when they accepted us. They said, okay, we're going to come out. And so they gave us all these different resources, right?
Yes.
They told us that if any police agency, any judge, lawyer, any agencies that are abusing or are abusing their power or mistreating us or neglecting,
the police department, all of this that the Black people are marching in the streets for, the FBI is like,
just
why didn't y'all call us?
Call us and we'll investigate them. Yes.
We investigate these bureaucracies, right?
Yes.
These different offices and corporations. They're the police of them.
Yes.
So the LAPD, did you want to hit that?
We had the FBI's attorney there. Okay. We have his personal information. They sat and ate with us. How about they sat and ate with us?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. They wasn't worried. They sat and ate with us and they had seconds. They loved that food. I cooked some Cuban food for them and they loved it. We cooked like fish and chicken and wild rice and salad and what else? It was just so much food.
Fish, right?
It was fish, yeah.
Okay.
Salad and rice, and we had white rice.
What kind of rice? So you got to hit on with kind of rice.
It was Cuban. It was Cuban rice, and we had white rice. And so, anyways, it was a nice event. They gave us so much information.
And it legitimized us as who we are and what the prophet was talking about. Right? These are the people who have tried to shut our, and the only reason they've done this is because our people have been too scared to go talk to them and to work with them. We are part and partial.
Yeah.
And now that we had the identification to prove it, it worked out perfectly for us. We showed them what our identification was, and it all worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it was a nice event. And also after that, they have also given us other symposiums, like we did. What was it? Cybersecurity.
Yes, we did a cybersecurity.
We did a cybersecurity, and everyone who attended received a certification of completion of that cybersecurity. You have yours to show. Yeah. So this is, she sent each and every one of us this. And you see, it says,
I found an answer. It's displayed on your Mac.
Okay. So Federal Bureau of Investigation, Los Angeles Field Office presents a certificate to Sheikh Joe Adams L., who successfully completed the FBI's Community Awareness Program December 5th, 2020. And it was signed by Diane Gonzalez, Community Outreach Specialist. And so, this is good for like a resume. This is good,
get
for
you hired anywhere.
Right.
It's good for who you associate with, who we work with. They're legitimizing us as a real community. Like, we are not playing. We are a real community.
And children, even our children were able to attend, and they also received a certificate. And this is good for them as well. If they're trying to get a job, or if they're trying to get a scholarship, or, they'll write letters of recommendation. They did it for us. And so, so it's just a good connection to have. And a lot of people like, y'all crazy. Like, I wouldn't deal with the FBI. You know what they've done to our people and this and that. And they're like, yeah, we're trying to change the narrative here. You know what I mean? Yes, they're here, but we're also telling them, well, what are you doing for us?
And
what you got for us?
They did it to them because they're black. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
Y'all black people, and we're not going to let you rise in America. So we're going to shut down everything you do, black man. You start this organization, we're coming to cut it. Guess what? Because the black man is the devil and he's trying to ruin America. That's the great secret. We got to get rid of this black man for real. That's what the prophet said. This black problem is y'all problem. Y'all need to handle this. And guess what? It needs to be removed from the face of this earth before we get more hurricanes, more. So the FBI has always been in the back to shut down this black man. Because the black man is the devil. He don't produce nothing on the earth. He only consumes. He only destroys. He fights all the time. He don't want to do nothing. He don't want to do nothing legal. All he want to do is fight and burn and kill. And that's not what we need. Moorish Americans. The FBI wants us to become Moorish Americans. He needs the black man to wake up and become a part of this human family. Right now, they're savages and they must be stopped at all costs. That's the big secret. So when people, they did this to our people, oh, yes, they did. And they're always going to do it until they wake up, become real national citizens like we're doing. That's the problem. So when we became real national citizens, we said, FBI, can we talk? Because we're here now. We're not the Negro you're trying to shut down any longer. And guess what? They opened us with open arms. Come on.
They know.
Finally, they start shouting too. They didn't finally woke up.
So
they didn't finally not Negroes.
Remember,
oh my God.
Remember when you guys were at the State Department and they was going to arrest you guys for passport
fraud? Yes.
They took my husband to the back. It was the grand gov and my husband. They separated them. And they took my husband to the back and they said, okay, we have an extensive background on you.
Yes.
We've seen what high school you went to, what middle school you went to. We have your grades.
Yes.
What are you trying to do here? Because you are our, what did they say?
Brothers.
You are our brother. And this was the State Department.
The State Department.
They said, you guys are our brothers and let us know what are you guys trying to do.
It was the Diplomatic Security Service.
Right.
Who works for the State Department. They're like the worldwide security service.
Right, or officers, right?
Like they're powerful.
And you know, they could have went to jail.
We could have went to jail. We could have been out of, we committed passport fraud. This is what we did. We went to the passport organization, all bold. I proclaim my nationality. I'm popping. Let's do it. We was doing it the old regular way that all the other temples were doing, right? We didn't proclaim my nationality. I'm gonna do Ali the prophet. Whop. Give me my little nationality card. All right, but Temple 43 is with it. We want to make it real. We're going to get passports with this. So we went, filled out the application. Yep, my name is Joel Adams L. We turned it in. They called us to say, hey, we need to have a meeting with you on Whoopie Wop Day. Could you guys come in? We said, oh, shoot, of course. We always confident. We're not black. We're not scared. So the day we showed up, me and the GS, we go, and then they split us up. Whoop, you go this way, you go this way. And then they took us to the back and basically said, this is not your name legally. You're committing passport fraud. You're putting a false name on this legal documentation. The problem is you haven't cleared the record yet. You haven't cleared your old record. You're still Joel Adams legally. Okay? So anytime you try to make moves with this name, it's fraud. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. This is how we got
But they thought that because they proclaimed their nationality and due to religion purposes, they thought that it was legal.
Yes.
And so this is what, gave them the confidence to fill out the application as Joe Adams L because religion. And because of religion, they thought it was lawful.
Yes.
And they had to learn, like, look, this is not lawful. You guys have not changed your name legally.
Yes.
Right. And then they learned, well, what do we do? And they said, because you guys are our brothers.
Yes.
So this means they had the knowledge of who Moorish Americans were.
Yes, babe. That part.
They said, you guys are our brothers. And we want y'all to do it the right way. And so they gave them the answer. They didn't say y'all committed fraud, y'all going to jail, y'all gonna have to figure it out later. No, right? They gave them the answer. They said, okay, y'all gotta do this.
Yeah.
And y'all gotta go change your name.
That's how we found out, for real, y'all.
Right?
This is how we know nobody else has this information because we went to the depths, okay? Almost the clinks, right? To get this information, like she said. And they only gave it to us on some Like, y'all are brothers, so we gonna look out for it. But next time, though,
Yeah.
because this one over here, we talking about his record, they like, jeez, bro. Like, it was, bro, we don't even want to talk to you. You gotta stay over there. Like, we gonna talk to him. He a little more, cleaner. So, but geez, y'all records is kind of like, what? They still hit us with the answer. You need to do this. And then the Grand Gov got this information and got to studying, and oh man, it was a wrap after that. But it took that sacrifice of believing so much in the prophet and then what we're saying and what he was doing to go make that mistake.
Yeah.
A lot of Moorish American temples haven't done this yet, but they're out here charging people and taking all everybody money. But it's like, show us proof that you are a Moorish American, what we've done and the boundary we've pressed. Now we can ask people, show me proof that you're a Moorish American.
What happened?
I hear you talking,
Hurt yourself?
but where's your identification, right? So they told us, all right, you need to go change the record. You need to go change the record, meaning change your name. Now, we also found out that you're not just changing your name, it is a process. The name change process, it's called name change, but it's really a process of proclaiming your free national name. How about that, y'all? Before we do that, I just want to show you that Temple 43 is legitimate. Real quickly, just a reference, just to keep y'all, because I know our Grand God be busy and he kind of doesn't go over these parts, but these parts are kind of important. All right, so this is
breaking this down, by the way, brother.
What was that?
Thank you for breaking this down, by the way.
Yes, sir. Of course. This is what we do. We have to. Of course. So, okay. So the Diplomatic Security Service told us you need to go change the record lawfully before you can pursue these legal documents. So we said, okay, name change. But before we do that, we're going to talk about the legitimacy of Temple 43 again. In Islam, this is the Metropolitan Enterprise. This is the newspaper we use to put on record that our temple is being lawfully chartered and created as a corporation, right? And this is the newspaper that all corporations establish themselves under. This is the Metropolitan News. This is out of Los Angeles. Okay, this is from Friday, October 2nd, 2020. This is when we went through the process of making the temple legitimate. And all of this information is what our Grand Governor found. He found out how to, what newspaper to properly file the creation of our temple under. So we found this 120-year-old newspaper in America. It's one of the oldest legal newspapers known, right? So please get that. It's one of the oldest legal newspapers known. And this is where you got your Court of Appeals here. Appeals courts are here. You have another Court of Appeal. This is where courts publish a lot of things. It's a lot of legal publishing. Court of Appeals. I'm just going to show you little things in this newspaper so you see what kind of newspaper this is. And you have to special order this newspaper. It's not something you can just pick up on the street or at the store, right? So it talks about the nation. Naval Academy midshipman sues over discipline for tailored tweets. Metropolitan News Enterprise. Here, this is a description of the newspaper here. So you see what we're working with.
Right here. I'm right here.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to clear it up for y'all. Okay, Metropolitan News Enterprise is published daily except Saturdays, Sundays, and postal holidays for $261 a year, plus tax by the Metropolitan News Company, a subsidiary of Grace Communications Incorporated, 210 South Spring Street, Los Angeles, California. Periodical class postage paid at Los Angeles CA Postmaster. Send address corrections to Metropolitan News Enterprise, 210 South Spring Street, Los Angeles, California. Right, so this is a breakdown of the newspaper. If you need that, take a picture, whatever. This is the newspaper that your filing is in, okay? And here's some pricing here. Here's the main number, okay? Here's your subscriptions. You pay $216 a year. This is the only way you can get this. Mail copies, $5. Newsstand price, $2. Newsstand means if you show up there and buy it, it's $2 per issue. Right? It's not inexpensive, right? All right, but now we're gonna go into our Now we're going to go into our actual publication here. And again, any of these other temples, ask them if they've done this. Show us where's your temple published its incorporation. That's the church services. Okay. Federal judge allowed opioid lawsuit, Amazon. And look how small these articles are compared to ours. That, it's like that, right? New York Diocese files for bankruptcy. You know, this is all legal stuff. This is where real people handle legal business. I'm changing the pages. This is where different lawyers have opinions. And then here we go. This is our first publication. It's all of this here. All of this, right? It's all of this. It's all of this. This publication was over $1,000. It was $1,000 just to put it in this newspaper here. To take up their whole newspaper, to shut their whole newspaper down, we have to pay $1,000. 1,000 something. Okay. And then I'm just going to read over the articles here, where it established the officers of the temple properly. And he followed the exact wording of the prophet. Okay. So it says, whereas the following persons were appointed, consecrated, and anointed to the district grand council. Bro C. Jones Bay, Grand Governor and Chairman. Bro J. Adams L., Assistant Grand Governor, Secretary of the Grand Council. Bro Hardister Debate III. These are your different, okay, officers, right? Department of Treasury. Now you can, again, you can order your own copy of this. I just want to show you how we legally became a lawful temple, okay? California Jurat, state of California, it was notarized, all of that, boom. All right. And the date on it, one more time for you guys, is Friday, October 2nd, 2020.
And what is set in stone. No one can change this.
No one can change this. It's set. That's it. Okay. Friday, October 2nd, 2020. These are the names and things, right? This is why Temple 43 is legitimate. And again, you can ask all your other temple leaders and grand sheiks, hey, we just want to see the temple's publication when you guys were properly incorporated in the government in the state of California or the state that you're in. Ask your grand sheiks, where is your newspaper publication, your legal notification, your legal publication?
Down, baby. Touch it with your hand.
Okay, and this is Wednesday, February 26, 2020. This is our second publication, right? Same newspaper. This was $2. It was just $2 to get.
Islam,
Yes, Islam.
Islam, can you please put in the chat one of y'all the details as to how someone can get a copy of that?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's right here. 1 second. All right, so this is our second publication here, and I just wanted to show you, we're going to give you details on how you may get a copy of this, just for your records. You know? Or you might want to show somebody else how to do it. I don't know. It's up to you. You might want to start your own temple. The prophet said, it's cool, go do your thing. We just want to show you how to properly do it, and we did it first. Okay, it's already set in stone. Why? Because we pressed the record to save our people. We're not just out here being religious and playing it. Oh, let's just wear some turbans and fezzes and, you know, praise Allah. No, we did a real corporate religious affidavit of organization. please ask your other temple leaders. Where's your corporate religious affidavit of organization, please? We'd like to know because we want to make sure we're legally part of a real temple, or we'll be creating fraud. We'll be committing fraud like those other brothers did that almost got locked up in jail. But because we're not big on Facebook and we don't have 3 million followers on Facebook, Instagram, people aren't aware that we've already taken this sacrifice. Only the true people. You see how we only got 33 people here, right? It's only because we've kept this low key, we've kept this sacred, right? But again, ask these other temples, where's your corporate religious affidavit of organization? Because you legally need this if you're proclaiming people's nationalities, or we'll be going to jail. It says, I, C. Jones Bay, do solemnly swear at the temple meeting of the Moorish Science Temple of America, number 43, held at Los Angeles in the county of Los Angeles, the state of California, on the 23rd day of September, AD 2012 to the present, and was anointed on the 19th day of September 2013 at the National Convention of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Chicago, Illinois, USA, for the purpose. The following persons were anointed. The following person was appointed Grand Sheik, Bro C. Jones Bay, according to the rules and uses of such Moorish Science Temple of America. The reason we had to file this is because we had to file who the leader of the temple was, who the Grand Sheik. Without a captain of the ship, you can't move the ship. So yes, we created the ship. Now we had to create somebody to move the ship. We had to create the captain, right? Which legitimizes everybody else. So C. Jones Bay became the captain of the ship. Now that authorizes or authenticates all of the other officers in the temple. And it also allows him the power to proclaim people's nationalities and also the sheiks. So again, as you can see, we did this lawfully, right? And this publication was a little cheaper, but it still was a very long one, right? This was the publication of our charter, right? You know how a lot of temples have their charters. Will say, did you publish your charter in a legal newspaper like all other corporations have to do to become legitimate here in America? No, you didn't. Oh, you're just playing, temple. It's just something cute. It's just fun. It's just, oh, yay. All right, let's meet up. Make sure you pay your dues, right? Y'all not really trying to save the people. And then if you are you showing them? If you've done it, why haven't you put it on record? Why haven't you told us you were doing it? Because they haven't. They're lying. They're just playing, temple. But here in 43, we're serious about what we're talking about. Now, we've showed you that the temple is legitimate. Let's talk about ourselves now. How do we become legitimate? So again, we went to the State Department and tried to get passports, right, as Moorish Americans.
Really quick, man. I
Yes.
wanted to bring up because we don't know.
Yes.
So right when we started, or when my husband started, there was no immigration process for us. When I started, there was no immigration process for me. I just came in, I proclaimed my nationality, and I went straight into, changing my name. Now, because we just get our charter started, we did, we have different methods or different, processes that the members have to go through in order for us to understand who they are as people, and to understand, are you guys grasping the concept of being a Muslim? So there's different rules, right? And me and my husband aren't familiar with so much of everything that you guys have to do as new members, but for sure you have to come to 3 meetings. You have to proclaim your nationality. You also have to do what is called immigration. Now, we don't know if you have to do immigration first. Is anyone online that has done all the process? Do you guys want to elaborate? Because we don't know. And we would like to help you guys, but we don't know. We don't know the process that you guys have to go through. We know you have to come to 3 meetings, proclaim your nationality. And I think then you have to go through immigration, or do you have to do immigration first and then you have to proclaim your nationality? If anybody would like to share, because
Islam, sis.
Islam.
Yes, you have to do immigration first, then you have to do your 3 meetings. So I'm in the process of proclaiming this Sunday, but I've done immigration and my 3 meetings, and I'll proclaim this Sunday.
When you say immigration, you mean the classes, right? Watching the video.
No, just make an appointment, go in and talk to the sister. Then
What's
she tell you what
the foster? I'm sorry, sis.
L Hall. It's Sister M Hall.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you
Islam
make the
family.
Islam.
Okay. Islam family, give me honor to you, sister, who just spoke. Islam. I give all praises to the great God Allah. This is Sister J. Lopez.
Yes.
I give Islam, peace and love. I give honors to our prophet, Noble Jew Ali. I give honors to our Supreme Grand Sheikh, Emily L. And I give honors to our Grand Governor, Brother C. Jones Bay. I give honors to you, Sheikh Adams L. and to your wife,
yes,
Sister Aleida Lopez Bay. I give honors to all. I give honors to the Sunday school because I was late, but praise Allah. I'm so sorry. I'm in Wisconsin. I be getting times mixed up.
Okay.
But I just give honors to everything that is Moorish. Islam, I think that handles everything. All right. So I came in before they started the Setmore situation, right? So I was given the Zoom, and I came from another grand body. I was an assistant grand sheikess where I was at.
Right.
They had took me through the chamber. You all know where I come from. Okay. So I did that. I was teaching nationality, but I knew something was wrong. Okay. Because I know law. I'm a certified paralegal. And I said, I was asking questions and they were suppressing what I was saying because they knew, because I said, look, I done went and I had did some, processes. I have a passport, Islam, but let me say how I go here in Temple 43. Let me just cut to that chase. I don't got to tell you all that.
Islam.
You have to go to 3 meetings. So I made my 3 meetings.
Boom, boom, boom.
I proclaimed my nationality according to Act 3. I proclaimed love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Then we go to Act 6. I proclaimed in Act 6, I proclaimed with the Grand Governor, and then there is the 3rd proclamation. You got to do 3 proclamations.
Yes.
Then you proclaim your free national name to be recognized by the government.
Right.
Okay. I am in the process. Actually, I have published my name change.
All
and
right.
I go to court December 1st.
Awesome. Awesome.
I went to court November, but I was talking too much. Cause just like Greg Governor said, be quiet. And see, I was talking too much because I thought them people knew, which they do know, but they didn't want me to be telling the clerks, Islam.
Oh.
When I go December, right. So the judge told me, she said, your publication is incorrect. And when I looked at it, it was. Because Bay is already on my license. And that's another story. I had already put Bay on there. You know what I'm saying? So when I did the name change, I put I was doing it fast. I put my first and last name as it appears on my birth certificate. I forgot about the part that I already changed it with the Bay on there. So she said it's incorrect. So she denied it. So now I went right back. And
don't waste no time.
well, I did do an amendment. She denied that. She said, no, you got to do everything over again.
Man.
I did. It's okay. It's okay.
Yes,
because it may be someone else who could benefit from my my
journey. Your journey
Islam,
and what you learned. Exactly.
Because I know that I'm not the only one who may have already had their passport, who may have already had Bay. Well, I don't know if they already had Bay or whatever, but they selling nationality packages and everything to our people. Our people so confused. I be so mad. But
that's
okay,
anyway, clear it up.
Let me cut to the chase. All right. When I leave court and I get that my paperwork, certified copies from the judge, the next step for me is to go to the Social Security office and shut up. Just hand them the paper, fill out the application, and hand it to them.
That's it.
That's it. Once I do that and they give me my Social Security number receipt, I go to the driver license and get an ID. I ain't say driver license. I said I go to the motor vehicles and I get an ID, identification,
yes,
and take a picture with my turban and pin on. That is a must.
You got it.
You must have a picture with your turban and your pin on. That identifies you have on your national headdress. You are a Moorish American Muslim, and it show with the picture. Islam.
Oh, sister, you know this process excellently. Oh my God.
Well, it took me 2 months to figure. I mean, you know,
You
I be
did
thinking,
that, but you're
like
so
Trump said,
persistent
you
with
think
all
you're
of the.
saying yourself.
I can tell you've been working hard. You've been constantly knocking at the door. What I do next? What I do next? You've been staying on it. For you to have all of this, it's like
I was
crying. You was.
I was praying. I said, Prophet, what I do wrong? I should have had my pass card by now. But the prophet said, oh, my daughter.
Yes.
Go back to the Quran.
Take your time.
Read every word and look up the definitions. Islam. And so I did that. I started getting my when I would study, I would get my my dictionary, my Black's Law dictionary. And I said, oh, when you proclaim officially written, you have to make sure that you give your lawful name at the time you are putting your name change in. Islam?
You found that answer in the Quran.
No, this was my thinking, remember?
Yes, after reading it, you kind of understood a little better.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's
so when you proclaim,
and
then you go to do your publication, what is your legal name? Think. What is your legal name? I ain't talking about alias, because I have aliases too. Because according to lawful, you can use any name to do anything, as long as you're not doing fraud. You feel me?
Right.
But these are Moorish attributes.
Titles.
What's the word? Not attributes.
Titles?
No. Appellation. After your Moorish appellation. Islam.
Islam.
You can look that word up and it'll show you, we are nobles. And so nobles must be on point. You gotta dot that I and cross that T.
Come on now. Come on. Do you see why we stress this Quran so cold?
That's a cold book, let me tell you. But it will save you. If you look at it's 7 acts. And if you look at the meaning, you'll get it, because the temple is a government. It's a body politic. And it took me about 30 days to get that, right?
Wow. Yes.
But that's the process.
That's the process. That's exactly the process. And we have a way, if you already have a passport, we have a remedy you're going to do a renewal, right? But yes.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Praise Allah. Okay, because y'all gonna have, see, like I say, we gonna have
different
people coming in with different situations, and we're gonna have to deal with it. And I say, it's not a one way, everybody. You feel me?
No.
So I'm the one who came in, the first one who came in with we don't do it like that, because see, they sent me a letter because they sent me a letter. You can't not reply to the State Department. That's like you don't do that. You have to reply. You must give an answer.
And they clink this up in the back. Have you
see what I'm saying?
Have you ever been on the paper with the bars? Yeah, that's
because the paper is the court. The paper is the court. People think that the courtroom is the court. No, paperwork, your paperwork got to be on point. Let me tell you, you better read, and I'm no law. I want to teach law.
Islam, sis. Thank you
so
for
if y'all
your.
got any questions, you can let me know.
Yes,
I'm gonna yield the floor. Gratitude.
Please leave the floor. Islam. Thank you.
Islam.
You
so this is why this is why we were asking, because like we said, we didn't go through what the new members have to go through now. right? So we kind of, if you already had your name change, things like that, you had to go and correct your name change and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we're learning basically like what the new members have to go through. So I guess they got to go through what we created. It was immigration.
Yes. Which
right?
is speaking to
Sister
Mela,
Mela Hall L,
Mela
right?
Hall L.
And then
Right.
I guess once you go through that process, right? Then you can proclaim your nationality.
And sister, did you get make sure you get a proclamation document, right? Because this is also something different from the other temples. This proclamation document is legal proof that you have proclaimed your nationality with our temple, right? So this is why once you proclaim it, it's just for your records.
You right.
Yes, they're going to send you, the temple is going to send you a proclamation document. It is a receipt, not only your nationality card, but, you know, a quick write-up of who proclaimed, what day, what time, you know.
I was just looking at mine.
Yes.
And mine was February 22nd, 2019.
Right. So it's like a record and proof, which we've noticed a lot of people don't have, but we need that, you know?
So we have a hand raised, brother. Let me see who this is. Yakuba J. Rom.
And then, brother.
Yeah, Islam, what you all are referring to is because the temple is their own government, their own nation state, that they are giving the United States a notice and telling them to update their information to be in conformity with our nation.
That's it.
Islam.
And just, you know, do you know, kind of leave them be, you know, they're under a different jurisdiction, you know, it's kind of like, okay. It's like a police officer seeing a firefighter, like he's not gonna firefighter pull over. It's like, oh, we're on the same team, hey, as they drive by type of situation. Right. Yes, we're putting them on notice and they're updating our status. But so with that information on we have to change our name, we began to understand that it is not just changing your name, but you are putting them on notice of your status. And you are updating your political status.
Yes.
Pretty much. Why though?
Okay. Give us a minute. So we only got like 30 minutes left, not even 30 minutes left.
Okay.
But okay, you guys. So you go through immigration, right? Then you proclaim your nationality. And then once you proclaim your nationality, then you go to the steps of going to the court, publishing your name in the newspaper. Then once you get that back and that's all corrected, mind you gotta dot your T, cross them T's and dot your I's now because they don't play about, you know, any mistake.
No.
Then you go, once you get that back, you can take, they're gonna give you 3 copies and then you're gonna take one and send it to Social Security.
Yes.
And once your Social Security number comes, it's gonna be the same Social Security number. And right, just, you know, then put yourself on notice. Okay, this is me.
Yes.
I still need the same social, but this is my new name now.
Yes.
Then once you get that back, you're gonna go and take the other document, right? Because it's 3, and you're gonna take one and send it to the birth certificate.
Birth certificate is right after the name change.
Oh, so you do? It doesn't matter. You can do Social Security first, birth certificate, whatever. Yeah. But if you do your Social Security, then you do the birth certificate. You send them, you know, and then it has to be the actual copy from the court. You can't give them like a copy that you copy because the stamp and all the signatures and all that stuff is on there. So then you're gonna send that to the birth certificate, and then they're gonna send you your new birth certificate, right? Or is it amended or?
It's a new birth certificate.
It's a new birth certificate. Yeah, because they give you a new one with your new name. Yeah, and you have to send in the old one as well. Okay, once you get the birth certificate, then you can go and get your license, your ID.
Yes.
Right, like the sister said, you go to the DMV and then you take your picture. Make sure you have your turban on. I make the mistake of getting mine without my turban. But, you know, I can go back and take another
appellation, like the sister said.
Yeah. Right. And so then you go and you make sure you have your turban on and your pin. They might question you about it. You're going to say this is for religious purposes. By law, they have to allow you to take that picture. And then you take your picture. And once you have these documents, then you go and get your passport or pass card, depending on your circumstances. Some people that can't get a passport, you can get a pass card. But we prefer, for us, we prefer a passport because that's how you put, the nations of the earth. If you get a pass card, you're only in North America, right? So you only can tell the people in North America, that who you are, and which is still good. Even if you don't plan on traveling outside, the country, North America, that's okay too. Yes. But if you plan on traveling outside of North America, then you're going to need to get your passport. And that's how we put the nations of the earth on notice of who you are. Right. And so and the reason why we're going through this is because I know it's a lot of confusion. The GS is one person. He's the only one with the seals. So he has to do each and every one of you guys' stuff. And so it's a lot on him. Right. And so this is why we're trying to reiterate it in class, because some people are confused. Some people get frustrated. Some of us don't understand what we're supposed to be doing. Like us, like we said, we didn't have to go through the immigration process, and we didn't, we proclaimed, but we didn't have to do 3 meetings. And, so it was a different process for us. And this is why we're asking you guys, because we want to let you guys know of the new process that you guys have to go through, because we didn't have to go through that.
That's all. To get people to understand and stay encouraged. But they don't
stay encouraged. It's a lot, you guys. It's a lot. But please don't give up. We have a hand raised, Brother Rios.
Islam, sister. Islam, brother.
Islam.
I was wondering, because I'm at the step right now, I just received my Social Security back.
All right.
Wow.
And I was wondering, you said that we're supposed to do the birth certificate, but I thought it was the driver's license. I mean the ID first, next. So I'm confused on my next step after the Social Security.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters, Brother Rios. Right? You could do your birth certificate. You could do your ID, right? Because when you go to the DMV, they ask you for certain documents to prove
identification.
Right, to prove that this is you.
Right. And
I think for me, I use my birth. What did I use?
Well, I use my birth certificate and judge's agreement.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that judge's agreement to your name change is an order for all these other organizations to allow your name to be changed and to present you with new documentation. So as long as you have that judge's agreement and some other form of identification, well, he's going to get his social. Oh, he got his social. Yeah. So you can use your social and the judge's agreement, but that birth certificate is useful for identification purposes only, because they ask for a proof of identification, 3 forms.
So it's up to you, on what process, and then also the DMV, because sometimes the DMV will tell you need your birth certificate, you need this, you need that. But like we said, if you have the judge's agreement, I think that works. Yes. And then like your social security card, as long as you have those names that match, then they'll be able to do the ID. But I just did my birth certificate next. It took a little longer because, we were under this order. And so everything takes a lot longer. So I just waited. I kind of dragged it out. I wasn't even trying to get my license.
And then it messed up, remember?
Oh yeah, we messed up and I had to resend it, and they still didn't get my name right. Like, it has Bay on there, but they didn't spell my name correctly. So I still have to go back and change it. But I just went ahead. My job was asking for certain stuff, so I had to go ahead and just send stuff in. But you can do your license. Your ID first, or your birth certificate. But that's how I did mine. Mm-hmm. But as long as you have proof of your name change, then
that's it. That judge's agreement is number 1 proof, because that's pretty much all you have at that point.
Right.
Once your name is changed.
His social.
Right. But I'm sorry, for people who just now getting their name changed.
Yeah.
The only ID you're going to have is that judge's agreement.
Let me put my hand up.
Islam.
Go ahead.
Where is the hand up thing at?
It's okay.
This is what reactions.
You got it, sis. You put it up. Okay, Mom. Where'd you put the?
Oh, Islam. Oh, y'all heard me?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. My apologies.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So for clarity.
Yes.
Once you get the judge's agreement.
Yes.
You're gonna get at least 5 or 10 copies of that. Okay?
10 copies? We only got 3 here. Well, that's California though.
Hey, you just never know. So you're gonna take 2 of the copies with you to the Social Security office.
Yes.
Fill out the application and slide it on to them. Don't say nothing. You feel me?
I do.
All right.
Well,
Because
might
when you
ask what you want.
complicate it, then that's when you get confused. But if you just be quiet, it's a name change.
That's it.
So you're going to the Social Security office now to do the next step.
Yes.
You're going to get the judge's order. You're going to take it to the Social Security office.
Yeah.
And fill out the application that they give you. And if you do have, like my Social Security card also has Bay on it. Okay. So I'm going to take the judge's agreement. I may not even take my Social Security card, but I may take it, I may not. But I'm just going to take the judge's agreement, fill out that application, and slide it on to them and look and smile. That's what I'm gonna
might need one more form because I think they asked for 2.
But see, I'm in Wisconsin, so they don't do that,
right? I was gonna say our
different
offices
states
are not even open.
do different states have different rules.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
after
cool.
after I leave Social Security office, I'm going to the driver license place the
That's
same
right.
day,
The
the
same
next
day.
hour.
Right.
Islam.
Islam. For real. It's that serious. That's how we
Okay.
work. It's that serious. Yep.
It is.
And then I will give my testimony when I get it. Okay.
All right. Yes, please. We need it. We need it. We need it.
Islam. So you know, I'm not gonna waste no time, but I think that, you know, just keeping it really, really simple, even though it could, you know, it could get you confused, but when you just be calm, because now, you know, Moorish American, you calm, you a Muslim, you're confident in what you're doing. The prophet is looking, Allah is smiling, Islam, the angels is having a party, Islam, that gives you more of, I don't even need nothing else. Okay, I said what I said. Islam.
That's it.
Islam.
Thank you
for that. Really quick, did you want to share your global clearance, or let's share this since we have this here. Let's share this.
Okay.
So what we did, you guys, we're in Los Angeles. We have the strictest mandate, right? That's right now that's out. We have the strictest mandate.
Yeah.
Sister
Aphrodite?
No, Sister Lopez, can you put yourself on mute, sis? I don't think you
Oh, sis, my apologies.
No, it's fine, sis. There you go. Okay. So we have the strictest mandate, like we said. Now they're making the citizens have vaccination cards to get into places like the nail shop, to go out to eat, to the gym.
Yeah.
Right. If you're not vaccinated, you're not allowed to come in. Period. If you go into the doctor, the emergency room, they won't even let you in. You have to stand outside. I'm pregnant. When I went to the doctor, me and my husband tried to go together. They said, "Oh, he can't come in. We're only taking the patient. If he's not vaccinated." I said, "I'm not vaccinated. So why y'all not gonna let my husband in?" And they said, "Oh, we're only going to take the patient." So, we was like, "Oh no, we need to speak to the supervisor." We was giving them a little problem because we're not just going to take what these people said and roll with it.
Right.
So of course they brought the supervisor out and they said, "Oh, this has been our policy for this long, whatever. And we're sorry you guys didn't know." And then my husband said, "Let me see your policy." And then they brought a printed paper, like any printed document that had their policy on it. And my husband was like, "Well, I don't believe this. This isn't law. This is just your policy." And so at first they was like tripping, like, "Oh, we're not gonna let him in, whatever." So I said, "All right, babe, just wait outside. I'll FaceTime you." So then the doctor came. They were all talking about it in the whole office. They was all going chatting and talking about it. Next thing you know, when they took me to the back to see the doctor, she said, "Where's your husband?" I said, "Outside. Y'all said he couldn't come in." She said, "Okay." And then I told her, she said, "Why aren't you guys vaccinated?" So I told her, I said, "Due to our religious beliefs, we're not going to get vaccinated." And she said, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Do you know the Constitution? Do you understand that, religion is powerful? Like, you guys can't just mandate something and then make everybody just roll with it because, due to our religious beliefs, we're not rolling with that."
Yes.
She said, "I understand. Go get your husband. We're going to let him in." So they let him in, and so once he got in there, she got to telling him, oh, when she gives birth, if she gives birth at the hospital, then you won't be allowed in the hospital. That's just the rule. Blah, blah, blah. So then my husband started debating back and forth about the vaccine and how real and how fake and how this and how that. So she had to be quiet after a while, like, okay, yeah, I understand. Let's just go on with the visit today.
Right.
So what me and my husband, we said, you know what? How are we going to get into these other places?
Right.
How are we going to prove, that our religious belief sincerely is held this way, and we really, we don't believe in getting vaccinated? Because even though we have our passport and we have our IDs and it shows us with our religious headdress, they want to know, because what they're saying in these different articles are that there's no religion that goes against the vaccines.
Right.
There's no religion, not Islam, because most of the religions are for it. And so we're like, well, how are we going to go against this? How are we going to go to the nail shop? How are we going to go out to
dinner,
eat?
Birthdays coming up.
Right. And so we're like, what are we going to do? Because they want to see a vaccine. And we're like, okay, we're just not going to go to these places. But so me and my husband said, okay, even though we have our ID and we have our tribal ID and we have our passport that has our religious headdress, that is not basically telling them that we don't want to
sincerely held religious belief,
right? That we don't want to be vaccinated.
That's the secret word. So I want to show you this article real quick, which sparked a response from us, and this is what we're going to use and kind of bring testimony to you as if it's approved. So it says, "Oh, somebody's coming in."
Well, she been here. I think her phone tripping.
Okay. It says, so this is Los Angeles. We're in Los Angeles, and it's getting crazy out here. In the city, right? LA approves enforcement measures and some changes to proof of vaccination requirements.
Just to enter.
So enforcement measures and some modifications were approved Friday by the Los Angeles City Council for its new rules requiring proof of vaccination at many indoor businesses. Under the law, one of the nation's strictest proof of COVID vaccines, vaccination must be shown at indoor restaurants, gyms, entertainment, and recreational facilities, personal care establishments, and some city buildings. The law went into effect November 8th, but enforcement is not yet set until November 29th. So they're telling us, you better have got a shot to go in here, to go in there, to go do this, to go do that, to go do this. You need to show us we have proof of a vaccination. Right. That's all we want to see. Proof of vaccination or nothing.
And it says it's not to go into effect until November 29th, right? But the law went into effect November 8th. So some places already got the thing on their door. Don't even come in here unless you got proof of vaccination.
Please. The city council on Friday tweaked the ordinance, so it will now require proof of vaccinations for only individuals who are 12 years and older. That's the only change they made. They made a change where it's only adults to, all right, we're going to allow kids 12 years and older to get it too.
Yes,
and then look at the money they put into stuff. They're starting to fine the businesses. The council's going to fine business. The first fine is $1,000. The second fine is $2,000. The third fine is $5,000. So if a business is allowing unvaccinated people into their business, they will be fined. Look at the money that Los Angeles is putting into enforcing this. Proposed funding for the enforcement includes $400,000 to outreach and inspections, $184,000 for $400,000 for people to go outreach and inspect. Are y'all wearing your mask in here? Do y'all have vaccination? They go randomly, do you have a vaccination card? So $400,000 to people to go do that. $184,000 to salaries and marketing material and education. You guys should get the shot. It's good for you. They're going to pay $184,000 for that, and $500,000 for contractual services for the city's VAP Up LA program. Now they got a Vax Up LA program they're coming out with. Going to put $500,000 to this Vax Up program to get everybody vaccinated. This is in LA right now. The council also removed malls and shopping centers, which often have multiple points of entry, making the law difficult to enforce, from the list of indoor public spaces that require proof of vaccination. So malls, they can't really enforce it at malls right now.
Right.
So the city's Safe Pass LA ordinance is one of the strictest mandates of its kind in the nation. So we live in one of the nations where it's the strictest mandate. So we're coming out with remedies for this.
Yeah.
Now we want to test these remedies in the strictest environments. You know, just like 43 went to the FBI headquarters to push this Noble Drew Ali stuff, right? We're going to push this Noble Drew Ali stuff with these city mandates too, and give you guys confidence and understandings of how being part of 43 really works. It's really beneficial.
We already are using it for our jobs, right?
Yes.
We sincerely held religious belief that we, you know, don't want to get vaccinated. So we already did it for our jobs. It's working. We're still both employed. My husband's a teacher, I'm a nurse, and we're still employed at this time. Also, we had to take our children out of the public school system. And I am now homeschooling my children because
legally and lawfully.
Yes, because we didn't press it with them. Because I work in the evening, my husband works during the day. So I said, you know what, let's just take them out of school because they already unenrolled my children. They unenrolled my children because they weren't vaccinated. And I got mad and I said, I will not. I'm not even going to push my religious health belief. I'm just going to take them out. How about I'm going to take money out of their pockets? Because I felt like, you know, public school system, they're getting paid for each child. So I said, y'all want to play with me? All right. So I pulled them out. We created our own private homeschool. It's called the School of Moral Science here in LA County. And I had to file with the Department of Education here. And that was it. They approved it. Of course, before I unenrolled my children, they had to verify that we were up and running and everything was legit before they unenrolled them. Like they have the right to do that. But anyways, they did. They verified us and they made sure that we were real. And so then they unenrolled me, gave me their transcripts. So since then, we've been homeschooling our children. I've been homeschooling and my husband helps. And so we already did that. Now,
well, hold on. So this is the proof they're asking for. So when you're in a restaurant, it says a vaccination card issued by the U.S. Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. You need that, or you need a photocopy of a vaccination card, okay? Or you need a personalized digital COVID-19 vaccination card, or documentation of COVID-19 vaccination from a healthcare provider. People who appear over the age of 18 will also be required to show identification with their proof of vaccination. Okay, so
brother, you missed the very first one. Go back up to the top.
Very first one says, which one?
Right, no, right there. That one right there. You got to finish the whole thing. The bottom part.
A vaccination card issued by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or a similar documentation issued by another foreign government agency. Right. And I thought about that, like, oh, okay. But similar documentation, like a vaccination card issued by U.S. Centers of Disease Control that says you've been vaccinated with the COVID-19 vaccination. It's not just saying, oh, we have our vaccinations. No, they wanted to say that you got the COVID-19 vaccination. You know, we saw that too, like, oh, maybe we're that, but no. Unless
we said we're a foreign government agency, right?
Right.
And we said, but does our vaccination card say that we have the COVID vaccine
shot? No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
So this is why we have to come up with a remedy. And also right here, this is where it's so beautiful. And this is where religion is so powerful, you guys.
Yes.
Boom. People can be exempted from the mandate if they have medical conditions that restrict their ability to get vaccinated, or look at the quotations, though. Look at the grammar on this thing. A sincerely held religious belief, according to the ordinance.
The specific ordinance, yeah.
Those exemptions will have to be reviewed by the location the person is trying to enter. So we looked at this and we said, "Ooh, here's the way out." Yeah. All you need is a sincerely held religious belief. You need proof of a sincerely held religious belief, and they can't question anything. It's not saying you got to have something from the U.S. Centers of Disease Control and or the government or It says you simply need to have a sincerely held religious belief, according to the ordinance. They don't put any other requirements on it. They don't put anything. They just say you need to have a sincerely held religious belief. So we said, okay.
Well, how are we going to prove that?
We need all our Moorish American brothers and sisters to have proof of a sincerely held religious belief while entering these businesses.
Yes.
And all we have to do is put them on notice, and we won't have any problems. We won't need to show a vaccination card anywhere, you
That's
guys.
it, right.
Do you see how amazing this is?
And we could be turbaned up and wrapped up or whatever, but there's other people that are turbaned up and wrapped up, like say other Muslims or other people that are from like Iraq or however, however other people do it, but they are vaccinated.
Yes.
So they can go against you and say, well, the other Muslim or the other person that came in dressed like you guys had their vaccination card. So how are we going to combat that, right? Because we have to combat these people somehow.
We have to, right? And especially in Los Angeles, you need to have, people can be exempted from the mandate if they have a sincerely held religious belief. Now, how can we show this restaurant man? Let's say me and my family is going to dinner for my birthday, and the restaurant man says, we need to see your vaccination card. And we say, oh no, we have a sincerely held religious belief that restricts us from being vaccinated. And then they're going to say, well, show us some documentation.
Yes.
Show us something. What are we going to show? What are we going to show? We're going to show our passports, or we're going to show our proclamation document,
tribal IDs,
our
nationality cards, but none of this stuff says that we don't believe in being vaccinated. Yes. Okay.
We almost done. So this is what we did before we go, and we're going to try this. We're going to put it to the test and see if you guys will be interested. But we developed, as a Grand Governor, I think I have the authority to do it, but we're going to see. We have the Moorish Divine and National Movement of North America, Moorish Science Temple of America, religious, birthright vaccination exemption card, affidavit, right? So this is a vaccination card. This is a religious birthright vaccination exemption card affidavit, which I think should be given to us for free just for being a Moorish American. But what this is it is documentation saying that we have a religious exemption according to law. This is coming from Subordinate Temple number 43, California Republic, charter deed. I put our charter deed in there, registered in Cook County, record of deeds, pursuant to freedom of religious, Article 1, pursuant to freedom of religion, Article 1, American Constitution, pursuant to Religious Corporation Act of 1871. It's just a quick write-up for them to understand, hey, we have a sincerely held religious belief, legally and lawfully. It is against our ancient religion and way of life to vaccinate ourselves or to have any other person or corporation vaccinate us. We are immune and our health is taken care of by our society practitioners of medicine, right? That Moorish American members of said society will present this notice as verification of their sincerely held religious beliefs. Then I'm going to sign as the witness, the Assistant Grand Governor, Assistant Grand Sheikh of Temple number 43. And this is what we're going to try to use or try to present to people as proof of our sincerely held religious beliefs, right? And we also have a carded version of it. Yeah. So let's say we go into our business, right? Yeah. And we want to have dinner, and they're saying, where's proof of your vaccination card? We're going to present them our religious exemption card. And this is only in Los Angeles. Yes.
There's shadows over the thing you're showing us, so it's kind of dark, like on the left side from you looking at the phone.
Let me try to brighten it up. I made it darker. It's still kind of
dark. And then the writing is so small.
Okay, hold on, let me get it. Yeah, it is a shadow. Sorry, but that's the best we can do right now.
In front of the picture that's shadowing over the something. Maybe you have to move it to the other side.
Maybe I'll do it like this. How's that?
Yeah, that looks much better.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna zoom in a little. I know it's still blurry. There we go.
Watch the right. Oh, that was your hand.
So now we have a card that we're going to use to present to them as our religious exemption, so that we can enter all of these businesses and live our life equally without being harassed or coerced into having a vaccination. And we're doing this in Los Angeles because Los Angeles is the first place to have been pushing this. They're putting money into forcing people to get this vaccination. You can't go into this, that, this, and that.
Yeah.
So we thought, how can we come up with a way to put them on notice quickly? I'm sorry, here's my religious exemption or my sincerely held religious belief.
Right.
And here's my ID to back that. Okay, here's my identification to back that.
And our tribal ID, right?
And then we have tribal IDs. And
our tribal ID says we're from the Moorish, the Temple 43, basically. That's what our tribal ID. And I said, well, maybe we could use our tribal ID and this card that we created, because we got to somehow prove to them that we don't believe in being vaccinated.
And ASAP.
Because how are they going to believe us? Because they could be like we said, it's another sister came in here with the same turban or you know, the same headdress, and they was vaccinated. And so we got to have some proof to tell them, okay, well, sincerely, we don't believe in being vaccinated, because we already been, like, my husband had to go to the emergency room. He couldn't come in. They told him wait outside. Right. I went to the clinic. They told my husband, we're only accepting the patient.
Right.
So we like, man, let's try something.
And you know, showing our ID real quick before we showing our passport and all of this is not proof of our sincerely held religious beliefs.
Yeah.
So yes, who was that? We got
Brother J-Rom L.
Yeah, it is a couple ideas on that card there. Your appellation isn't there. So if you show your tribal ID or any other form of identification, whether from our government or theirs, your appellation is not on that card. So they may give you some resistance there. And also, a lot of these people.
What do you mean by appellation?
Your name.
That's what we were saying too.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that they might try to say it's some sort of generic document or whatever. Yeah. They may call a manager. And what I found in my experience is
it's back with your identification also. This is what we were thinking, like, oh, okay.
No, but it doesn't correlate with your identification because it doesn't have anything associating or connecting that document with your identification.
Well, see, I did tell my husband this too. Before we printed it out, I said, well, how are they going to know that it's specifically for you? You know what I mean? Like, and then I said, well, what we do have is our IDs, like our state IDs or our passport. And then we also have our tribal ID that has our appellation on it. And so our tribal ID states that we are from the Moorish Science Temple, right? So show your ID. So this is our ID from our National Republic, State of America National Identification Card. See how it says Moorish American? Because I did think that too. I said, maybe we should put our names on there. And then
because look at it like this. I lost my sincerely.
Well, also it hasn't been approved yet, so I didn't want to put each person's name yet. We have to, put it to use and all
see
of that.
If it works. But we do hear you because I said the same thing.
Yeah, like of course we're gonna put the name, but more importantly is how does it work, or is it proof of our sincerely held religious belief? This is what we want to put on record. Do you have proof of your sincerely held religious belief when you go into a business? No. So this is what we're presenting. This is a sincerely held religious belief rather than identification. There's two. See, I think that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
We want proof of our sincerely held religious belief.
Wait, go ahead, brother. Go ahead and finish.
Okay.
Brother J-Rom L.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So what I was saying is that most of these people out here are ignorant of the law, and definitely they don't know what is lawful. So the resistance comes from them not knowing. And typically when people don't see names connected with documents, then that tends to throw up a red flag. Number two is I found in my experience is to that law, that California law that you showed, to take a copy of that, because you may meet some management that may say, hey, no, it needs to be something issued from the state of California. Then you need to come be able to rebut that. Be like, hey, here's a copy of the law right here.
So you think give them the law rather than a quick document like this would be easier?
No, I'm saying that document is
Put the law
fine.
in there?
No, I'm saying that document is fine once it's, in my opinion, updated to reflect your name on it that connects you with your ID. Then secondly, you should have readily available a copy of the California statute or public law that states it doesn't need to be a document issued by the California State Department or whatever.
I feel you, but I think that's
We can
too much
pull
to
that up in
carry.
our phone,
It's too
you
much.
know?
To me, I think that's too much documentation to have to be whipping out when I'm trying to eat dinner. You know, I just want something simple just to get in. And me having to whip out this law and that law, it's
But
too
we
much.
can pull that
you know?
up on our phone. Really, we have our phone. So, I mean, we could just pull up the law like in our
Right.
phone. But like you said, they're gonna press the issue like the clinic.
Right,
They
but
have to
this
go
is
through
not, it's not, again, it's not identification. It's just a presentment of your sincerely held religious belief. And of course, we're going to put the name, which he suggested. He's basically suggesting putting up the name.
so it can match who we, you know, us.
Yeah.
Like just like
Just
the,
like
the
you said. You
vaccination.
said
The
that.
vaccination has to have the name and all this other stuff too. So
Yeah. But this
We'll
is
try
not a
that.
vaccination card. Let's just understand. This is proof of your religiously or sincerely. See, sincerely means it's real. Like you really have a religious belief which prevents you from obtaining this vaccination, right? So that's what this is. This is not saying this person is a Moorish American necessarily, or that they're identified as a Moorish American. It's just this person will put your name. I'll have my signature there. We'll probably have this person's name here or added into the, but we wanted to put this as proof. Like, oh, this is
right. We
proof
wanted
of your
to try it
sincerely held
first, just to see
religious
where it
belief.
works and where it don't work at. And like the reason why we didn't put the name, because we was like, oh, we're gonna have to make it personal, then we're gonna have to print it out. We don't want to have to do all of that. And so then I said, well, maybe we can use our tribal ID
Then we'll have to
with
charge
this
'cause we're gonna,
card,
you know, the pricing with, you know,
personalizing them.
personalizing them and getting it laminated. Right.
But we'll figure something. We're gonna figure something. We just made this really quick just to see if it worked, just to try it. And
From our jurisdiction.
right, from our just to try it because we need something. We're in LA with the strictest mandate.
With the
So we
strictest
wanted to-
mandates.
But we have a couple hands
Yes,
up.
okay.
Sister Aphrodite. Yes.
Yes.
I have a question. What's the
Yes.
tribal ID?
Yes.
What was that?
What is the tribal ID? I haven't heard that before.
Tribal ID is it's a,
It's our ID. It's from our temple. You don't have one? Okay, right now I'll take
Well, show me what it looks like. I probably do, but I don't recognize that phrase.
so this is our tribal. Basically, it's not
Is it a
tribal
pass
ID.
card?
It's just a nope. It's our identification card with our temple. These are the cards that we give out. It's basically temple ID.
Yeah, I don't have that yet.
Oh, okay, yes. You need to get
Okay, so
one.
you need to get one. I think there's a pricing for it online.
Oh, Brother Rich is in the saying something in the chat.
Yes.
And it's called the tribal ID on the website?
No, I think, hold on, sis.
Okay.
Uh,
Can you put it in the chat so I can take a picture and whatever?
okay.
Let me see.
I think it's an ID you can pay for online. You just, you know, you put in the, because remember, we got our ID machines created. So now we're able to create temple IDs, and this is just the temple ID we have.
Is any of the secretaries?
I'm sure. Just email.
Do you have to be all the way through the process to get it?
Yes, you have to have identification as a Moorish American. And once you complete that, then we can hit you with, you know, the temple ID.
Okay,
Oh, that's
I'm still not totally clear. What I'm trying to make sure I understand, do I have to have my passbook all the way finished with the process to get the temple ID card?
Oh, I don't think so, sis.
No.
I think as
after
long
you
as you
proclaim your
proclaim your nationality and
yeah.
you want one, then you just pay for it and get it.
I think it's $7 or something.
No, I think it's 40.
Okay, I wasn't aware that I could get it at this point. I thought I had to wait for some of that other stuff that I could get, you know. So you're saying I could pay for it now? I'm already through
Yes.
that transformation and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other question I have, please, is that I have the vaccine card with my picture on it saying I'm Moorish American, and everything. Can
Oh,
I
could you
use
read
that?
that to us?
We don't have one of those.
Yeah, I have that from Brother Victor Bay. And
Oh.
anyway, I was saying, along with taking this copy that you guys made, which I think is a great idea, and along with my vaccine card and my all my other stuff with my social
Documentation.
security,
And,
and
and what we're trying to
I have my
prove,
state
the only
ID.
thing you have to prove is that you have a sincerely held religious belief. You don't have to prove who you are to these people. Maybe you don't want these people to know your name. Why do you have to
Okay.
give these people your name? Well, you're just trying to prove your sincerely held religious belief. Maybe I don't want to give them my
Yeah,
identification.
because
I
the
just want to eat.
Constitution Amendment 4 states that we don't have to give nobody our ID unless we break the law, and that's for the police.
Right. I do
So
know
we
that.
have different amendments that protect us that we don't even have to give people our
Right.
ID or
Or
our
name.
stuff. We have some questions, please.
Would you suggest that I show them a copy of what Brother Joel just put on the screen, along with that law, in case they said something? Because I haven't been able to go to the Comedy Store on Sunset, because now they prove that you're vaccinated, and they turned away one of my comedy friends.
So, all right.
So Sister D Jackson said you do need a passport to or a pass card
to get
your ID.
Okay, I'm on my way to that. I'm at the birth certificate point. They just sent me something back, and they want a affidavit saying that I'm asking for this new birth certificate. And I wish I had known that, because I already got one notarized, but since Grand Gov didn't tell me to do that, I didn't send it in with the application. So now that's what they're asking me for. And then, as far as I know, it's the only thing they asked for me to get my new birth certificate.
Wow.
Also, Islam, Brother Richardson said, Islam family, I tell them that I am vaccinated by way of prophet, tea, and oil. Sister J. Lopez said, I say I'm vaccinated as well. Keep walking. Tea and oil vaccination, chapter 48, instruction 6. So we'll tell them that we are vaccinated, right? Things like that, because we have our own, right? Like we said, we have our own laws that states that we are vaccinated and we are immune, basically. So this is why we're trying to prove to them our sincerely religious belief, because that's their law. Okay, as long as
you have to have a sincerely, that's the magical word, a sincerely held religious belief. Not this is my name and this is where I live and this is no, they're not asking you for that. They're asking you, do you have a sincerely held religious belief that prevented you
from not being vaccinated?
If you do, you are exempted from from needing a vaccination card or proof. They'll leave you alone. That's it.
Islam Grand Gov said that our vaccine is the prophet's oil, tea.
Yes.
So
exactly.
We can let them know, and I keep the bottle with me as well.
Right. So now we need to utilize, well, especially the people in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta utilize it and make it real ASAP. And now
we have another question. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I put the charter deed. They can look that up. No, our charter is legitimate and according to the Religious Corporation Act. It's just basically it's an affidavit. I put it on an affidavit. That means this is a statement of truth. Yeah. You can't even question this. And it's been signed by a legitimate grand governor and assistant grand chief. Like, what they gonna say? What was
thank you for that, Brother Joe L.
Islamism, sister. You're very welcome. And I'm gonna send you one too, so you can try it out too. We'll have two witnesses.
Send us your sis, if you can, in the chat. Send a direct message if you know how to do that to us, and send us your address.
Experiment.
Also, there's a hand up, Sister Alexandria.
You want my street address or my email?
No, we printed a card out. So if you want the actual card, we'll send that to you. So your street address, if you want the actual card.
And who do I send it to?
To me or my husband.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know if I have your information.
Oh, in the chat, you can send it to us in the chat. Direct message us, or here I'm gonna put our phone numbers out.
Thank you.
And then you could just text us.
And then Sister Alexandria, you may. Do you have a question?
Islam, I did, and then it got answered. But it basically was, and I couldn't figure out how to put my hand down. But I was trying to figure out the difference between the vaccine card and this right here. I'm
Yes.
just trying to figure out.
Well, we don't have a vaccine card, sis.
So the
Okay.
vaccine card is saying, oh, I've been vaccinated already. I'm cool. We don't need any of that. This is a little more specific, saying that I am able to enter your restaurant without needing to prove to you that I have a vaccination card of COVID-19, because the requirements for this new mandate is saying we want to see a card that says you took the COVID-19 vaccination. They don't want to hear nothing else. And the only way out of that is showing that you have a sincerely held religious belief.
Mm-hmm. So on the vaccine card, it doesn't, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm ordering mine soon. But I was just wondering, does it say that we've been vaccinated, or does it say that we're part of a religion that doesn't vaccinate? Do you guys know that yet?
It's saying both of those. It's saying you've already been vaccinated, and we're part of a religious organization that is not really into vaccinations like that.
She's asking our vaccination card that we have, because you don't have one. Do we have one?
No, I don't have one.
Right. So maybe someone that has one can answer that question.
But I know the purpose of it. I'm saying the reasoning behind having one.
It's can I share mine?
Yes, please. We would like to see it. Just read it to us.
Okay.
I want to know the difference between this
and
the one. National Republic of the United States of America immunization card, and then it has my name and everything on it. And then
is it possible to show us or no?
How do I do that?
You share your screen, I think.
Or your camera?
Let me see if it can.
Look on your phone, sister, where you got the
she
camera
gotta
button.
share that. She gotta hit that share button at the bottom.
Here, let me stop
and
my
then
share.
she can share her screen.
Okay, I can't show y'all my head right now.
Oh.
I allow multiple.
No, just hit that share button. It doesn't show your picture. It's so that you can put the document underneath the camera of your phone, and you'll be able to let the group see your screen.
What's the first step that I do?
Hit at the very bottom. At the very bottom. Yeah, at the bottom. It's by participants.
More.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Right in the middle.
Oh, Jay.
It says, there it is.
Mind. We cool.
We got one, sis. Brother Richardson.
Immunization card. Okay, here we go. So we got your surname, apellido, L, given name, J. Richardson, male, boom, Moorish American, boom, March, United States, got this. All vaccines complete. Okay.
That is so cool.
Right.
Thank you for showing that. Mm-hmm.
That's it right there. That's the vaccination.
So all vaccinations complete.
No problem. Everybody screenshot it now.
That's okay. Now, in Los Angeles, they want proof that
the
you
actual
taken
COVID-19.
the COVID-19 vaccination. That's cool. All vaccines complete, but are they going? But
this will be good too,
right?
But we don't have that. But
Islam, I think it just helps to make us more sincere. Is the word?
Yeah. This is what we were thinking. Right.
Islam, you all that card should be enough to accomplish the same things you all want to accomplish. But remember, these people are not used to any type of dual government operating on the land.
Yeah,
so any of our documentation that they may see, we may meet some resistance. So just be prepared for that.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, this is true.
Oh yeah, absolute resistance.
Okay. Give me a minute. Wait a minute.
Islam, take the law with us too.
Yes.
And on here, there's no laws either.
No more paper.
It just says all vaccines complete.
I mean, but we need to try everything.
We need to try everything we can. Everything we can, because we have the jurisdiction to do it, and that's the powerful part. Okay, Brother Richardson, thank you for sharing. We're gonna get ready to close out.
Yeah, really quick, since we were on
we got our
charity. This week,
Sunday school. I tell you,
yes,
these young people, they always bring the good information.
It's trying coming. You can't keep having cake. Due to we went over charity. You guys, we buy our tea, oil tea, and compound. We have a tea right now. We have bought it in bulk. And so what we're gonna do is give away to a lucky person who is here today, one of the oil tea and compound. So we're gonna pick really quick. I put all of y'all names in here. I'm gonna shake it up and we're gonna have one lucky person and then we're gonna mail it out to you guys. And if you already have some and you don't want it, if you want to donate it to somebody else, I'll pick another name. But hopefully you guys, this stuff is really good. We use it on our children. We use it on our teeth. Our baby, when she teething, we put it on our teeth. So I'm going to shake this up. I'm going to pick a name and then we'll have one lucky winner. And then I'm going to need you to message me your address. That way I can mail it out to you this week. Islam. All right. Let me see. Okay. So our lucky winner is Sister Chantel Rogers Bay. Are you online, sis? Chantel Rogers Bay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, sis. You are our lucky winner today for one of the oil tea and compound. Islam, sis. Can you direct message me your address and then I'm gonna mail one out to you this week.
Ooh.
Islam.
You get some fresh.
Islam.
Where you can't get this nowhere. Full bottle.
Islam says, can we order some from you?
Not from me. I only have 4 bottles left, sis. And when I did order, I ordered it last year. And so we had 12 bottles. And so we only have 4 bottles left. So I don't want to
okay.
Sell, yeah. But I know you can order from our website.
Okay, because I know they had said a couple weeks ago it was on back order. I wasn't sure if they got any in. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we ordered was it this year or last year?
Last year.
It was last year. And we ordered 12. And it did take, it took a while for us to get it. Mm-hmm. But it is some great stuff. And we keep it. And we only have 4. I just went in there and I checked. And we have 4 left. And I said, since we are talking about charity, I'm going to give one away today. So that's what it was. Islam says, I got your address. Yes, Islam. So you should get it since you're in Vegas, sis. You should get it pretty soon.
Yeah.
And then Sister D Jackson in the chat said that Islam says, Sister Jackson said that orders are being filled. So you guys, if you did order some, Sister Jackson said that they're being filled. So hopefully soon.
Yeah, it takes a while, you guys. They're really specific, and that's, it's COVID-19, and we don't really have specific answers for you as far as ordering. So we thought it'd be a great gift to give one out.
We're doing charity this week, and so I said, let's go ahead and give one out to somebody. And like I said, you guys, you got any pain anywhere, I promise it could be a headache, a stomach ache. Rub it. It's just all you gotta do is rub it on your temples, rub it across your head. Any type of pain, joint pain, any type of pain. Just rub it on there and it works. Our children, whenever they get hurt, Mommy, can you rub some Prophet's oil, please? And I'll be like, yes, come here. And so it really works. And yeah, I told them when JL is teething, we rub it on her teeth automatically. She's good to go. So that's it. Congratulations to sister for being our lucky winner today. Thank you for being here, each and every one of you. We appreciate you guys for coming. We hope that you guys come next week. Any questions before we log off? Anything you guys want to ask? Anything you guys want to add?
One quick question.
This is Brother Richardson Hill.
Islam.
I just wanted to say that remember, when it comes to the whole proclamation process, every state's regulation is different. I'm in North Carolina. Some of our other brothers and sisters on the East Coast are in New Jersey. Then you have other people in Chicago. So everything applies that y'all were saying earlier, but I just wanted to reiterate, it's important to remember every state's regulations as far as the name change process. Well, proclaiming the free national name via the name change process is different. Of course, I have my pass card and passport. I did both.
Wow.
But I'm just, yeah, I did both. I wasn't playing. But yeah.
You don't play.
I just want y'all to know, every state is different, and the same may apply when it comes to vaccinations and this whole COVID mess. Every state is different.
Oh, yes.
Y'all are in LA and we thank Allah for y'all.
Man.
However, for those of us in different locales, remember, you have to do your own due diligence.
Yes,
As
yes.
far as the state territory that you are in, where you reside, but all of us, our permanent address, aka domicile, is Morris Science Temple of America, Chicago, Illinois, United States of America, Republic.
Yeah.
However, the residence can be anywhere.
Islam.
Islam. I yield the floor. That's all I wanted to point out.
Islam.
And before we go, I just want to highlight this was it's just a highlight that we have a sincerely held religious belief. I believe those words weren't on our documentation yet. So that's all. That's the way out. A sincerely held religious belief. Islam.
Islam. Go ahead.
Islam. I just want to say you have a beautiful daughter and your children.
Thank you.
I'm being there with your patience and everything. You know, I've never been there, and it's too late for me. But I take on everybody else's. Anyway, I want to say I'm gonna try it as well because I haven't, went anywhere that they asked for anything, and I think because of their wording, make them stick to their wording. We take that law with us and show them where it didn't say anything about you got to prove anything. It says a sincerely held religious belief. So we need to keep them on their word, and if we need to, maybe we can judge that on our own experience. We can show them our vaccine card to back that up.
Right.
Sincerity in there.
Again, it's just to prove that you have a true religious belief, a true sincerely held religious belief. Can you prove that? That's the question. Allah dwells within you. So
I think being dressed properly, being dressed properly with, my headdress and everything, along with those documents, along with my Quran, that ought to be sincere enough for anybody to know that.
Exactly. It's right. And I put our charter deed on this document, which shows that our organization is legally and lawfully chartered, and it's a real organization. So we really have a lawful and legal religious belief. How about that?
Yeah, we need to go out and try it because if we don't, they won't get it. They won't get it.
And then we're gonna bring the testimony back to everyone and let y'all know what happened. But we gotta go, y'all. It's 1 o'clock. Love y'all. Islamism. 2 fingers up on the right, 5 on the left, and we love you all. We're sorry we can't.
Sister Shanti Miles wants to say something.
Okay, yes.
Before we close.
No, sis, I'm sorry. I hit it by mistake. Peace. Thank y'all for everything.
Okay, Islam. Allah, please guide our hearts and minds back to our ancient fathers' divine creative principles. This we ask in thy holy name and the 7 Elohim. Amen.
Amen. Islam. Thank you, everyone,
Islam, everybody. We'll
for
see
being
you next
here. We
week.
hope to see you guys next week. Love you all. Stay safe. Stay encouraged.
Emergency meeting at 1 o'clock, and then our Sunday meeting is at 2:30. Islam is.
Islam family. See y'all.
Islam, thank you. See you later.
Sunday school.
Islam, thank you. Hopefully we all do something.